Hey, this is Michael Rosenbaum.
Hey guys, Tom Welling. Look, we've both played heroes.
And we both played villains. But in the real life, there are no reshoots, no stuntmen, or sequels.
We all make mistakes. We're all human.
Making one bad decision can not only land you in jail, but could also put yourself and other people around you in serious risk.
Be smart, make a plan, catch a ride, stay put.
Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. This holiday season, be your own hero. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Pacifico is a Mexican lager brewed to be discovered. It's like fresh tracks on a powder day. Like that uncharted trail a stone's throw away. Like the perfect wave on a sunny day. Pacifico, find your own way. 21 plus, drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Lowe's Closeout event means the final savings of the season are here. It's your last chance to get deals on seasonal decor, tools, flooring, and so much more. Refresh your home, check off your project list, or simply stock up on the brands you trust. Shop now to grab amazing deals before they're gone. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/7. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Canucks Nation, welcome to the Line Change Podcast, a presentation of DraftKings. The crown is yours. The Line Change Podcast is also a proud member of the Hockey Podcast Network. Be sure to check out the network for your favorite podcast covering your favorite team at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com, home of hockey podcast, every team, everywhere. We're here live for our post-game Unleashed After Dark show. Game number 37 on the season is in the books. The Vancouver Canucks have been defeated by the San Jose Sharks 6-3 at home as their woes at home continue, which is no surprise to us Canuck fans. They only have 4 wins at home. They're now 4-11-1 at home, which is an absolutely terrible and pathetic home record. Not great for the paying customer or season ticket holders, one of whom will be joining us shortly. The Canucks are now 0-2 against the San Jose Sharks on the season, something Canuck fans aren't used to hearing in a very, very long time. In fact, the last time that the San Jose Sharks won at Rogers Arena was 7 years ago on February 11th, 2019, a night where Mikey DiPietro was the goaltender for the Canucks as an emergency backup. It's a name we haven't heard in a very long time. And also, which is kind of ironic, 7 years ago, Evander Kane was a member of the San Jose Sharks. That is how long it's been since the San Jose Sharks won in Rogers Arena. Tonight obviously marked the return of Elias Pettersson, someone whom we've been talking about a lot, or rather has been talked about a lot in the media as of late. With the recent reports about him and Hughes drifting apart over the last year, which we kind of talked about in our next report that we came out. Just some quick notes. Canucks, I found, were bobbling the puck quite a bit in this game. And it was very, very frustrating to see little incomplete passes, just kind of throwing the puck away. Some bad bounces that went in the Sharks' favor, including a Rossi own goal, which was bizarre. So technically, if you want to be technical, because I know Rossi ended up scoring later on in the game, technically Rossi had 2 goals in this game. One just went into their own net. Canucks were also taking some pretty bad penalties in this game as well, including the one taken by Kane that negated a power play in the second period. I absolutely yelled at my TV screen when that penalty happened. Matter of fact, I heard that Kane was taking the face off, and I was like, just watch. He's going to take a penalty, and it's going to be, it's going to cost them the power play. And lo and behold, it happened. And yeah, as I mentioned, that one really pissed me off, Kane taking that penalty. Honestly, I cannot wait for the Canucks to trade his ass away. Hey, guys, post-game unleashed after dark. I'm letting it out. Get Evander Kane off this fucking team. Like, enough. Some sloppy defense from the Canucks as well in this game, and it led to goals against by the San Jose Sharks. There were some positives in this game, though. Connor Garland had a great game, as he was in on the first 2 goals, as he managed to set those 2 goals up, especially that one by Linus Karlsson was an absolute beauty of a goal, especially on the power play as well. Filip Hronek also had a very great game here tonight, collecting 2 points himself as he continues to have a great season for the Canucks, despite Quinn Hughes being traded. He's basically turned into our number 1 right pairing defenseman. He was, to start the season regardless, but he's really definitely grown and become a very reliable defenseman for the Canucks this season. That being said, and moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at the game stats. I'm going to just read them off because I don't want any issues with this. So starting off with the scoring, Ryan Reeves scores at 6:11 of the first period, assisted by Barclay Goodrow and Iorio. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Moving on, John Kleinberg would score his 9th of the season at 7:55 to make it 2-0 San Jose. Then that goal that I just mentioned by Linus Karlsson scores at 10:05 or 10:04 rather, his 8th of the season, assisted by Connor Garland and Filip Hronek on the power play. Moving on to the second period, only the one lone goal in the second period was William Eklund at 12:38. This was the Marco Rossi own goal. And, of course, it was unassisted, but Eklund gets his 9th of the season. Fast forward to the third period. Marco Rossi scores his 2nd of the night at 36 seconds of the third period, assisted by Filip Hronek and Connor Garland. Moving on, we have Igor. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I didn't even realize that freaking happened. I was busy reading the scores. Honestly, this is pissing me off. But you guys probably didn't even get any of that, of me reading the scores. But let me actually quickly... Come on now. Let me quickly reread those scores for you guys. And actually, I'm going to make it so I can actually see if StreamYard closes on me. But let me quickly reiterate those goals. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Minimize that. There we go. Okay, so first goal of the game, Ryan Reeves. His 3rd of the season at 6:11. John Klingberg would follow after that at 7:55 for his 9th of the season, assisted by Celebrini. Linus Karlsson would make it 2-1 and would put the Vancouver Canucks on the board with his 8th of the season, assisted by Garland and Hronek. Moving to the second period, William Eklund would score unassisted at 12:38. Technically, this was a Marco Rossi goal. Like I said, it was technically his first as a Canuck, just in the wrong net. To make it 3-1 San Jose. Moving to the third period, Marco Rossi would score his 5th of the season, assisted by Hronek and Garland at 36 seconds of the third period. Technically, as I said, his second of the night. To make it 3-2, Igor Chernyshov would score his first NHL goal, assisted by Adam Gaudette and Dmitry Orlov at 4:47 of the third period to make it 4-2 San Jose. Drew O'Connor would score his 9th of the season, shorthanded at 10:43, unassisted to put the Canucks within 1. And then Macklin Celebrini would essentially ice it for the San Jose Sharks, assisted by Chernyshov and Eklund at 16:20 to make it 5-3 San Jose. And then, of course, Graf would score a empty net goal, assisted by Wenberg and Farrar at 16:55 to make it 6-3. And that was the final score for this game. Let's take a look at the box scores here. Don't care about the Sharks. Brock Besser, zeros across the board, 15 minutes and 42 seconds of ice time, 2 shots on goal. Connor Garland had 2 assists, so a 2-point night. He was a +1 with ice time of 14:44 with 1 shot, 1 block. Drew O'Connor had a goal and was a +1 with 12 minutes and 46 seconds of ice time, 3 shots on goal. Elias Pettersson, in his return to the lineup, was a -3 with the ice time of 20:47. 3 shots on goal, 1 block, and 1 hit. Kiefer Sherwood was a -2 with 16 minutes and 22 seconds of ice time with 5 shots on goal. So Kiefer was really trying to put the puck in with 5 hits, so he's back up there in hits. That's the first time we've seen him get that many hits in some time, I believe. Max Sasson was a -1 with an ice time of 9 minutes and 50 seconds. 1 shot on goal. David Kampf was zeros across the board, 14 minutes and 56 seconds of ice time with 1 shot on goal. Jake DeBrusk was a -1 with an ice time of 18 minutes and 1 second with 2 shots on goal and 4 hits. Evander Kane was a -2 with a ice time of 15 minutes with 1 shot on goal. Wait, is that right? Yeah, 1 shot on goal. Liam Ogren was a -1 with 11 minutes and 18 seconds of ice time with 2 shots on goal as well as a block. Marco Rossi, 1 goal. He was a -1 at ice time of 16 minutes and 23 seconds with 1 shot on goal and 1 block. Linus Karlsson, 1 goal. He was a -2, ice time of 9 minutes and 7 seconds with 1 shot on goal. Right. Yeah, 1 shot on goal and 2 hits. Moving on to the defensemen, Tom Wielander was a -3 with an ice time of 15 minutes and 52 seconds, 2 shots on goal, 1 block. Philip Hronek, 2 assists. He had an ice time of 21 minutes and 56 seconds with 1 shot, 1 block, 2 hits. Zeev Buium was a -2 with an ice time of 22 minutes and 24 seconds. So far, Zeev Buium had the most ice time, I believe, out of all the Canucks here tonight. Yeah. Buium had the highest ice time of a Canuck here tonight with 22 minutes and 24 seconds. DPD was a -1 with 13 minutes and 29 seconds of ice time. He had 3 hits. And, that's it. Marcus Pettersson, zeros across the board, 21 minutes and 50 seconds of ice time with 1 shot, 1 block, and 3 hits. Tyler Myers and Ofer with the ice time of 19 minutes and 46 seconds. He had 2 blocks, and 2 hits. Goaltenders, Thatcher Demko, 36 shots against, 32 saves. Obviously, he let in 1 power play goal and 4 even strength goals. So not a relatively good night for Thatcher Demko, although it was pretty unlucky when it comes to the bounces. He had a save percentage of 889 in this game. And there you go. Those are the stats for you. Let's move down. All right. Those are the box score stats. Let's take a look at the actual game stats now. Let's see if I can bring it up. There we go. Okay, so final shots on goal were 37-27 in favor of San Jose. Face-off percentage, Canucks just edge out the San Jose Sharks with a 55.6%. 35 out of 63. San Jose Sharks were 28 out of 63. Canucks were 25% on the power play, going 1 for 4. San Jose Sharks were 20%, going 1 for 5. Hits were 25-12 in favor of the Canucks. So the Canucks really outbodied and out-hit the San Jose Sharks. Block shots were 9-13 in favor of San Jose. Giveaways, Canucks with 19. San Jose Sharks with 16. Takeaways were 2-7 in favor of the San Jose Sharks. So the Canucks only had 2 takeaways, which is not very good. Of course, the season series, Canucks lost to the San Jose Sharks on November 28th, 3-2, and now they have lost 6-3. They have 2 more games on the schedule coming up between the San Jose Sharks and Vancouver Canucks. The next game will be at home in about exactly 1 month on January 27th, followed up by a game in San Jose on April the 11th. And as I said earlier, Canucks are now 0-2 against the San Jose Sharks this season, which is, again, not something that we're used to saying. Shots on goal by period, San Jose outshot the Canucks 11-8 in the first, 11-6 in the second period, and 15-13 in the third period. Again, that's nothing new for Vancouver Canucks fans, as they usually always get outshot. Let's quickly take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Let's see if I can pull it up. There we go. Starting off, we have the New York Islanders defeating the New York Rangers in the Battle of New York 2-0. So the Islanders, and I believe it was Sorokin, getting the shutout against the Rangers. The Buffalo Sabres beat the Boston Bruins 4-1, outshooting the Bruins 34-22. I see David Pastrnak got a goal for the Bruins in that one. The Toronto Maple Leafs defeat the Ottawa Senators in the Battle of Ontario 7-5, outshooting the Senators 33-31. Looks like William Nylander and Matthew Knies both scored for the Maple Leafs. Seems like battle of something for most of tonight. As you know, we had the Battle of Ontario, the Battle of New York, and now we have the Battle of Florida, with the Lightning edging out the reigning Stanley Cup champions Florida Panthers 4-2, with the Panthers outshooting the Lightning 26-25. The Washington Capitals defeat the Devils 4-3 in overtime, with the Devils outshooting the Capitals 38-33. We have the Hurricanes beating the Detroit Red Wings 5-2 and outshooting them 38-20. You have the Minnesota Wild beating the Winnipeg Jets 4-3 in overtime. The Jets outshooting the Wild 26-19. Did Quinn Hughes score in this? Quinn Hughes got an assist in this game, from what I can see. Was it just one? Nope, 2 assists. Actually, Quinn Hughes with a 3-point night in that Minnesota win. So Quinn Hughes still lighting it up over in Minnesota. The St. Louis Blues defeated the Predators 3-2. The Predators outshooting the Blues 32-20. The Chicago Blackhawks defeating the Stars in a shootout 4-3, and also outshooting the Stars 33-31. I did see a clip on social media about Mikko Rantanen bobbling the puck in the shootout. unable to score. That was actually kind of funny. The LA Kings defeat the Ducks 6-1 and outshooting them 30-25. So another battle of Los Angeles there, or California, I guess you could say, between those two. And then the Battle of Alberta, the Flames outdo the Edmonton Oilers 3-2 and outshooting them 32-31. And then, of course, the Vancouver Canucks lose to the Sharks. And then you have the Colorado Avalanche defeating the Vegas Golden Knights 6-5 in a shootout and outshooting the Vegas Golden Knights 38-25. That is the out-of-town scoreboard. Let me take a look at your comments real quick. And we're still waiting for Gerald to pop in. I believe he's setting up his camera. Go over my notes. Why don't I do my sponsor read, and hopefully when we come back on the other end, Gerald will join us and we can have an open discussion about tonight's game. But I'd like to start off by thanking my primary sponsor, none other than DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting app of the NHL. The jaw-dropping moments that make hockey, well, hockey. Experience them all with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Missouri listeners, listen up. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in the Show Me State. New customers, this one's just for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN, that's code THPN, to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per wager. Tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which will expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. Copyright of the NHL 2025, all rights reserved. All right, still waiting on Gerald. So why don't I go through the comments since there's already a lot of them. I'll start from the top. There was that one from Connor I saw. Yeah, my bad on the when I set the stream up. I guess I, without knowing, accidentally it picked Sunday. So thank you for letting me know about that, Connor, or else I probably wouldn't have known. I believe I got some starred ones right here. Let me look at that. Duolingo, best post-game show in the biz. I appreciate that, Duo. Really love the kind words and the positivity from you. Always great. There's another one here from Duo. Nothing is perfect, followed by TLC is better than watching any Canucks game this season. Hey, I'll freaking take it, man. We got Justin Credible in the house. What's up, Justin? Macklin Celebrini was noticeable all night. Must have had at least 15 attempts. Yeah, I literally was watching it, and Larry, it's like Macklin Celebrini, Macklin Celebrini, Macklin Celebrini, and it's just like, Jesus, man, like, wow. Swervin Irvin in the house. Yeah, but what about his back checks and shot blocks? That's what real fans care about. That's a good one, Irvin. Actually, I think I have something about Celebrini. Let's actually, since we brought his name up, let's talk about Macklin Celebrini. Obviously, with this game, all in all, the Canucks got outplayed by the San Jose Sharks. Have to give credit where credit is due. San Jose has been very good this season, and they're most certainly on the up. Celebrini, who we just mentioned, a couple points tonight as he continues his hot season, leading the way when it comes to BC natives and scoring. Yeah, they actually showed that graphic up during the game. that he's leading the way when it comes to players, from BC and scoring. And he continues to make a case to be a part of the Canadian Olympic team. Let me know down in the chat if you think Celebrini could very well be a lock for Team Canada. Let me know in the chat down below or in the comments down below as well. Head back to the comments here. Let's see here. Duolingo, I just spat out my Ferrero Rocher, Irvin. Crazy, Duolingo, crazy to think we won that Burrows trade. Duolingo, boomers get so angry when I call the Canucks a Swedish old boys club, but they don't remember OEL. Louis, now that Patrick is here, we are full-on Swedish. Look who we traded Hughes for, extended Marcus Pettersson. Duolingo again. Canucks being in the rumors for Kyrou just scares me, but it has to be true. Undersized, inconsistent, crybaby. He will get along with PD. Yeah, I've heard those rumors about Kyrou as of late. I think it was earlier in the summer. I talked about swapping Besser for Kyrou. I'm not really high on Kyrou, at least not anymore. At least not for right now, considering what the Canucks situation is right now. I'm not on that Kyrou train anymore. Connor, not again. Can you ever catch a break with the stream? I don't know, man. It's frustrating. He's back. Duolingo, I told Nothing is Perfect that he needs to put Irvin and Gerald in the intro ASAP. There's a big gap without those two. Tyler is already in it. Duolingo, didn't even know PD was a -3. Welcome back, brother. Yeah, I know. Tank Commander. Duolingo, I know I'm overly negative and expressive, but I respect Irvin and Gerald because they have realistic takes without being overly angry like me. Damn, Tyler has a Hughes, Corvette, and Miller jersey. Yep, there's the Miller one right there. And actually, Hughes one is next to it, but you can't really see that one. Probably for good reason, too. Connor Cahill, I do not understand why we have not hired a guy like Pete DeBoer as head coach right now. Swervin with the money sign. Duolingo, I'm almost positive Foot will be let go if we finish bottom 3 because Hughes is gone. Who knows? We'll see. Then again, the Canucks have a carousel of head coaches, so maybe Alvin and Rutherford don't want to go that route again and have yet another head coach. Ticket, and the Flyers are second in their division right now. Irvin, as in the owner, doesn't want to spend. Duolingo, Abbey Canucks don't even have their rings. It's almost 2026. Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. That's, when I heard about that, that's freaking outrageous. That the fact that the Abbotsford Canucks still don't have their Calder Cup rings, and it's fucking December. It's the end of December, and they won the Calder Cup in June, I want to say, and they still don't have their Calder Cup rings. And like I said, it's almost the end of the year, and they still don't have them. And they did the banner raising, to start the season, and they don't even have the ring. That's when they should have gotten the rings. Is when they did the banner raising. So, Duolingo, they are cheap as fuck. Duolingo, if brought up, rumors they didn't actually want the Canucks to win Game 7 in 2011, so they didn't have to pay for the rings. I heard about that, and I think that's ridiculous. Fans should bloody well force him to by not turning up because by going to talking about Aquilini there. Okay, here's a good one from Duolingo. I need to seriously ask both Tyler and Gerald, who would you rather trade, PD or Besser? Both contracts look scary as hell. I'll wait till Gerald comes on before we answer that, just so we can answer it together. Okay, so when it comes to that question about whether or not Macklin Celebrini should be on Team Canada, we have one answer. Duolingo says Macklin needs to be on Team Canada for sure. Connor Cahill, Dustin Boydell said it best. We already have a guy with an attitude problem as an AKA PD. We don't need another one in Jordan Kyrou. So Kyrou is a no thanks for Connor. Duolingo, we are kings of signing problem players. People blame JT. I think it's PD. Rumors Hughes didn't like PD anymore. Missing at the goodbye dinner, 2 guys who wanted to win versus PD. And yeah, we obviously talked about that in the Nucks report the other day on how they drifted apart in the last year. But yeah, it seems like PD's maybe turning into a bit of a villain. You know, the fact that JT left because of PD. Now apparently it looks like Hughes somewhat. You know, I'm not going to say that is the full reason why Quinn Hughes left, but it was part of the problem apparently. And who knows, maybe there's something going on behind the scenes that we don't know, that the team is not letting out because they don't want a repeat of last year with JT and PD. Perhaps that may have had something to do with Quinn leaving as well. Duolingo, I was sad about JT leaving, but at that point I was on Team PD, but now I'm not sure if JT was the issue. Yeah, JT had his faults, you know, obviously, you know, from what I've heard and what was said, or rumored to have been said between the two, I don't agree with whatsoever. But we also don't know for sure if that was actually uttered and said. Perhaps we also don't know what else was said when it comes to PD in that regard. So, Duolingo, I was sad about JT leaving. Oh, I just read that one. I heard rumors PD isn't well liked by most of the team and is kind of a loner. Yeah, I've heard that too. That's been known for a really long time, that PD's a bit of a loner. He doesn't really do stuff with the team. I think I heard a while ago that Miller had a bunch of the team over to his house or something like that, and PD wasn't a part of it. I've heard that rumor. Connor Cahill, we really do such a great job changing our conclusions every time something new comes out. Who was the problem? Yeah. Seems like Canuck fans, well, I can definitely tell this season they're trying not to let things get out. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that at all with this season on when it comes to things coming out in the media. Duo, how do we give a man like that an A? I think I have to reiterate what Elfrin said a while ago, where, you know, they should strip PD of the A. Might be getting close to those conversations. Let's see. Let's get more back to the game. Is there anything else that you guys noticed during the game that I may have missed, or that you guys want to talk about in the comments while we continue? We wait for Gerald. I'm not sure what's going on with Gerald. Might have some. I believe, like I said earlier, I think he's setting up his camera. So, Connor Cahill, I'm starting to think Garland can't stand working with PD anymore either. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, we all know that the whole issue, or that report that came out about Hughes and PD, it all stemmed from him not liking his work ethic, which I think all of us don't like, especially considering a couple summers ago, PD didn't come into camp in shape. And that's what really kick-started the whole Miller PD stuff, was the fact that PD did not come into camp in shape despite having an injury. And then through that whole Miller PD stuff, we heard, as I talked about on the Nucks report the other day, Quinn was 100% backing PD when it came to the JT and PD stuff. He was completely in camp PD during that, and he actually helped facilitate that JT Miller trade At least that's what was reported, that he had a influence when it came to trading Miller away. And then fast forward a year later, now Hughes is drifted apart from PD. He's frustrated with his work ethic. So I kind of want to look into that a little more. Like I want to know more when it comes to the whole, because it's odd. Because as I just said, Quinn Hughes was on Team PD a year ago. You would think he would have been frustrated with his work ethic then, which is understandable, and he has every right to be. But then fast forward a year later, where PD actually, steps it up over the summer when it comes to training, gains, some muscle, still is Bambi on the ice. Despite that, we all know he needs, to strengthen his legs, not his upper body. And it's just odd that, it's flipped from a year ago. Suddenly, we're hearing things about Hughes being, frustrated with his work ethic. They don't go into detail on like how long, like when did he start getting frustrated with his work ethic. When I was reading like for the Nucks report and collecting all that stuff, I was thinking like, where is this coming from? Like, is he frustrated with his work ethic now, or is this like past tense? Like that is what I would like to know. Let's look at some more comments here while I was kind of viewing a little bit. Actually, Gerald is joining us, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring him on.
Yo,
There we
what's
go.
up? Sorry, guys, I'm late.
There we go. All good, buddy.
Everyone miss me?
Yeah. Everyone.
Are you guys? Are you calling it quits because I'm not here?
No. Everyone was all like, "Where's Gerald? Where's Gerald?" I think I started a comment earlier. I think he's referring to your camera in this. Are you using the DJI tonight from Sorben?
No, not yet. I was actually just sorting out some stuff for my travels next month. So yeah, I had to do it before midnight, and
Okay, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm late. But yeah, it's thanks for waiting, whoever is here. I think I saw Irvin, I saw Connor, Duolingo. I can't remember who else I saw, but thank you all for staying.
Yeah, I saw Justin was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here.
Yeah, so what do you think of the game?
Well, I pretty much thought the Canucks got outplayed by the San Jose Sharks.
Oh, 100%.
Like, pretty much, like from the get-go, I did miss a little bit of the first period, like the beginning of it. But from what I saw, yeah, the Canucks got completely outplayed by the San Jose Sharks. Didn't really look all that dangerous at all in this game. Yeah, there were some positives. Connor Garland, I think, as I mentioned earlier, was a positive. Philip Hronik was a positive. You and I talked about on the phone that dumb Evander Kane penalty that he took in the second period.
Yeah, as they're going on a power play, that was typical Kane.
Typical Kane, typical bonehead move. I did mention in the stats earlier, Elias Pettersson in his first game back was a -3 in this game.
Yeah, that's something I want to talk about. I'm kind of ashamed I'm covering the Canucks right now because I'm only wearing jerseys of winners, not losers. So yeah, it's just I mean I was just joking, but I think we gotta cut him some slack. It's his first game. He's missed 8. And we don't know what the whole upper body injury is about because they don't need to disclose it, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, looking at the game, he did do you know how many shots he had?
Crap, I already closed it down. Here, let me quickly look.
Because it seemed like his timing was a little off. Because some of the shots that I saw, he didn't connect. I think it was like a one-timer on the side on I think it was during the power play. I was going nuts when I was watching this game earlier, and it just pissed me off. Like, I was swearing at the TV. I was about to throw something at the TV because PD just kept passing and passing. Like, he was open for a goddamn shot, and he just like,
I noticed
why?
that too.
Like, it feels like, okay, you know, they did lose last game.
Actually.
What?
PD had 3 shots.
Yeah. I mean, he still managed 3 shots. Like, I get there's
totally
one that
I was actually
Yeah, he kind of whiffed on a couple, so it's probably shot attempts are much higher than the actual like shots registered. And you know, it just didn't I mean, how much time do we have to give him? Like, I have his jersey. Actually, I don't even have it in the room because it's just didn't even bother, to be honest. Like, I'm just so tired. It just feels like, especially with all the reports that have been going around, and you know, the team went on a 4-game winning streak. He was on the road trip, so it's not like he's not in the room, but he's just not playing. So what I kind of question is PD really the cancer? Like, I think this is a topic that I really want to talk about and chat. If you guys have your take, shoot it, because this is something that I really want to talk about. It feels like, you know, initially it was JT and how he's very
emotional.
Emotional and just very straight. Like, he wears his heart on his sleeve. Then we had Huggy leaving and all these other reports coming out. I mean, media outlets everywhere, it's just we can't trust everything we hear, but it's something's there, right? If he's injured, he's not playing, he's not on the ice, the team starts winning. Is it a coincidence, or is it just, you know, it might be him? I mean, I saw the pre-game interviews for media availability with I think Rossi was saying, oh yeah, well, PD's back, and you know, like, he's a good player, blah blah blah. Like, when in the hell have you seen a player get interviewed and you're like, hey, what do you think about this player? Obviously you're gonna say like good shit about them, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's like right, unless it's like JT and he's just like, why don't you go ask him? Or like, then obviously you know something is wrong. But it's just I don't know. Like, they've only been here for 5 games, so they probably don't know him that well. Maybe they've conversed. And I remember when Swedish players came back in the day, they would. I think even PD said it when he first arrived in Vancouver, that the Sedins were very welcoming. They were, you know, offering their help. If he needs anything, they can reach out. You know, you see Ogren come over. You see, you know, another Swede. You don't hear anything. They ask him, "Oh, how do you feel? Like, there's more Swedish players on this team." He's like, "Oh, it's definitely better because you can speak your own language." Blah 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 blah. Nothing said about PD. Nothing said about, you know what? We have a 11.6 player here who's been here for how many years has it been? Like 6 years, 7 years. I mean, Quinn was here for 6, so at least 7 years.
At least 7, yeah.
Right? Hasn't took him under his wing. I think all he's talking about is like, you know, DPD that's there. They're probably at the same age. Willander, they can chill together. But PD's probably like that lone wolf. And it's something that kind of really bothers me because it's like a team mentality thing. And, you know, the team looked good during those 4 games. It could be the honeymoon. But well, the exception of the last game because they just played sloppy. It was terrible.
Mhm.
Like the passes were like everything was just sloppy about that last game. And then this game was a bit sloppy too. But the main thing is PD was playing this game. And like to my surprise, like watching this game, I felt Camp did well on the faceoffs as usual. Garland was doing Garland things and sneaking here and there, and that goal with Linus Carlson. Oh, that's another sweet I forgot. But Linus Carlson, wow, great feed. And even Carlson, I mean, if you look at the replay, he immediately pointed over at Garland. It's just like,
Yeah.
good look, man. Like that's just like it's amazing. So I think there was always this argument that we've been giving the benefit of the doubt to PD is like he needs stronger wingers and whatnot. You have Garland there. Like I think Clay was saying during his video this morning is that he thought that Garland would be playing on a line with PD, but it ended up being Sherwood and Kane. And throughout the game, I think it changed a little bit because I didn't really see Sherwood on the wing, but they didn't even use Garland on his wing either. Like if you have someone coming back after 8 games, might as well put someone there that can distribute the puck, get him a tap in like the Carlson goal, get his confidence up, then maybe we can get cooking. But I mean, everything happens for a reason, and I think with me saying all this is on the side that I'm hoping Canucks do well and they're playing, as opposed to a lot of fans that are saying it's Team Tank. Come on, man. They're back at, after 2 losses, they're back in the basement. 32nd again in the league. Like, exactly. And I think, yeah, like why continue with this? They had their honeymoon. Great. Let's go on. Let's start moving Sherwood. Let's start moving Kane. And go from there. And if the kids that we get back gel, great. If they don't, it's experience. It's fine as long as they get a top 5 pick. I mean, there's amazing players in the upcoming draft. But yeah, I think it feels like the team plays well with Quinn and PD out of the lineup. Which is what I'm trying to say. It's just when Quinn's out, the noise is gone. When PD's out, I don't know. People start, lifting their weight, and they're playing. But it's just like we can't solve it. I think it's like a mental thing. I think it's just that the team needs like a psychologist or something to work with these players. You guys are professionals, right? You're getting paid the big bucks, and you should be playing to that standard. And is it because when Quinn's in, you guys don't have to pull your weight and he just shoulders everything? That's why he's so tired and just so fed up and gave up, and people are calling him a quitter because you think, oh, this guy's the best player. We don't have to do as much. Give it to Quinn. Or when PD comes back, it's like, oh, we have PD back, so he should be, putting us on his shoulders. No, man. Like the team should play the way they should be playing, like how they're paid. For God's sakes, like Garland showed up, Veronic showed up. I mean, it's just these errant passes, and it just feels like when PD's there playing and passing, passes aren't clicking. And there's so many opportunities for him to shoot, but he doesn't shoot. And that just, like I was just telling you earlier, like I almost threw my phone at the TV because of that. It's like you had an open shot, just shoot it, and he passes it over. I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Garland or Besser. I don't know. And obviously the pass didn't connect, and they didn't even get a shot, and that was the end of the power play. So please, in the chat, let me know what you think, because at that point, when I was about to throw my phone to the TV, I was thinking, can we just get rid of him? Can we just trade him away? And like, I have 2 or 3 PD jerseys. I don't care. It's fine. It's the last of my jerseys that's still on the team. I have a Demko and PD that are still on the team. and the rest are all gone, right? So, like, out of my personal selfishness, I cannot care about that. Trade him away. I mean, if Montreal were to actually that hypothetical trade, I don't know if you saw that.
I haven't
a few
fully
days
looked
ago.
into it. I will look into it.
But bro, man, Michael Hage, right here, Team Canada. Michael Hage was awesome tonight. Like the game-winning goal today in overtime on the power play. Guy's clutch. Like right hand shot. Centerman, still young. Something that Canucks could lead into the future. Like the guy's playing top line minute, and Coots is playing fourth line minutes. I think he ended up with like 9 minutes yesterday.
Yeah,
Today I didn't really check. But if you're all thinking like, oh, Coots is the new captain, but okay, fine, whatever. Coots can be the captain. But if you can get Michael Hage over, you can give away PD, get a second, Michael Hage, and someone else. I can't remember. There's like another prospect. Dude, take it and run. Seriously, take it and run. But to be honest, the Habs fans have already reacted and they say no.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not doing it. So if anyone in the chat, saw the trade, let me know what you think also. But I think that's good enough for my rant tonight. And whatever Tyler wants to talk about, or if we directly go to chat, you direct us that way.
Well, you basically stole my rant because I was going to I actually had that in my initial notes before I lost my notes. But yeah, I was actually going to point that out. The fact that, I was watching them on the power play, see PD get the puck. He looks like he's going to shoot, and then he passes it off, and then the shot gets blocked or something like that. Like you said, can't remember if it was Garland or even Bouillon. And then there was afterwards, he did take a shot and it got saved. But that first initial chance, he had a wide open net to shoot. Yeah. He had a good lane to shoot and he didn't fucking do it. I did the same thing. I didn't almost throw my phone at the TV, but I yelled. I was like, Petey. And I quote, I was like, shoot the fucking puck. And then went back to doing the scoreboard. But I remember seeing that vividly, and yeah, I reacted to this exact same way, minus the almost throwing my phone part. But PD had that chance, and then after that, power play was over.
And at the end of the power play, I think it was the end of the power play, PD missed the puck. So I don't know who was on the other side trying to fling it around. PD, I don't know what he was thinking, but he eventually thought, oh, it's coming. And he didn't know the puck was going so fast. Tried to skate, which ended off getting Zeev, Buem, the penalty. Because he had to back check to get, God, I don't even know who it was, Eklund or whoever scored that goal. Or no, he didn't score a goal, but it was a power play that led to Celebrini scoring a goal. Like Demko did his job, and Zeev actually did his job, but he was given a penalty. Like I don't really consider that a slash, but obviously on a breakaway, a save was made. I think the ref had to call something. Whatever, that's fine. And then Macklin Celebrini out of nowhere is helping us with the tank, gets a pass from whoever scored. That new guy, whoever scored his first goal, first career goal. Nice pass. He outworked whoever. I'm so sorry. It was to that point I wasn't even like paying attention. It's just, yeah. You see a Canadian jersey on, it's like, yeah, whatever. At that point it was like 5-3 or 5, whatever, or 4-2 at that point. At that game. No, it was 5. It was the 5th goal. Celebrini was the last goal, right? So I was just like, I'm done. Mm-hmm. And talking to Tyler, I was just like, I mean, I'm late, but also in a sense, it's just like, do I really want to talk about this shit? Like, it's just so depressing being a Canucks fan. I mean, thank God for World Juniors. If there wasn't World Juniors, I'd go like bonkers. because this like either tank fully and do what's right, or play a good game. Don't toy with my feelings saying that, we might win this game. Like it was 2-1. Oh no, it was 2-0. Unfortunate for the first goal, obviously. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah.
We already talked about it. Unfortunate. They could have challenged it, but they didn't. And I think they might have lost the challenge if they did. And then it was 2-0, and then it was 2-1. Garland, nice pass. And then it was 3-1. At that point, I was just like, oh man. And then they come back 3-2. And then the Sharks come back again. It's 4-2. And then Doc, my whipping boy, comes down on a shorthanded. Before that goal, I was actually thinking. I was talking to Irvin earlier during the game too, and I was thinking, if the Canucks win, this would be crazy. Would there be a chance that they get 5 different types of goals? So he was actually thinking about one player getting 5 different types of goals in one game. I don't know if you know who that is. I'll tell you after what I want to say, but I think Swervin might actually put it in there. I was thinking because Carlson had the power play goal from Garland. Then we had an equalizer goal. It was a even strength goal by who else scored tonight?
For the Canucks, crap, who was it? Rossi scored.
Rossi.
Twice. Technically
Yeah.
twice.
So what I was thinking was Carlson had the power play, Rossi had the own goal, and a even strength goal. And then I was thinking, are we going to get a shorthanded goal? And all out of nowhere, Doc streaks down, comes down, gets the shorthanded goal. So that's 4. So all we're missing is the empty net goal or a shootout goal. So that's 6 total. And I was thinking, okay, might not be the empty net goal, but it could be the shootout and then still be 5 goals that the Canucks score as a team. And I'm just thinking, when is the last team that was able to do that? To have its own goal, like to have them score on their own net, get a power play, a shorthanded goal, and a shootout goal. I don't know when, but there has been a player in history apparently that has done it. Do you know who that is?
Mario Lemieux.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Swervin. It's like right there in the chat. You said that like literally 1 minute ago, and I just completely read it from there.
Yeah, the guy is a legend. I went and looked at those goals. So it was an even strength goal. His shorthanded goal even was just unreal. Like he just undressed the goalie. And then the power play goal, great shot. And then the empty net goal was actually not one of those empty net goals. It was like a give and go empty net goal. And the regulation, I can't even remember. It was just something normal. But man, the guy is seriously a legend. Watching players like that back in the day playing like that is just unreal.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go through some of the comments since you've already peeked at it.
Yeah, I've started a bunch of them. Let's see if I can get back to the ones I first started starring. Okay, I definitely got to do this one. Connor, when Gerald is about to throw something across the room, you know things are bad.
Yeah. It's just, man, it's so hard watching your team go through this. Like, I don't know. I think right now, if I were to watch a rebuild, I think it'll be okay because you don't have that expectation, right? Once you have that expectation, you have that disappointment. And if you have that expectation for PD, which I apparently still have, then you're going to be disappointed. But I guess if I continue to watch this team with PD on the team for another 7 years, because he only burned his contract last year, and was it 45 points? For God's sakes, I was looking at the stats. Every leading scorer after Christmas for every team. And the top one, obviously, is probably Nathan McKinnon. And the last one, do you know who the leading scorer or what team is the last place in the NHL at the Christmas break?
PD.
Yeah, with 22 points.
Yeah, I saw that.
And McKinnon has like 50, like.
All right, everyone, let's talk about drinking and driving, a decision that will change your whole world. Things will never be the same once you get a DUI because legal fees, time in court are just the beginning. Getting into a crash is another way your world could be irreversibly changed after drinking and driving. Your vehicle may not be the only thing that gets damaged in that crash. You could face a life-altering injury or even death. But you're not the only one who could face those consequences. Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. The next time you're out drinking, call a rideshare, a taxi, a sober friend, or a designated sober driver. Always plan for a safe ride home. The only decision that will change your world for the better is the decision to call for a sober ride. It's never worth it to drive drunk. Don't risk it. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Pacifico is a Mexican lager brewed to be discovered. It's like fresh tracks on a powder day. Like that uncharted trail a stone's throw away. Like the perfect wave on a sunny day. Pacifico, find your own way. 21 plus, drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This is a real good story about Drew, a real United Airlines customer.
After almost 4 years of treatments, I was finally cancer-free. My mom's like, where do you want to go to celebrate? I'm like, let's go somewhere tropical. And then pilot hopped on the intercom and started talking about me, and I was like, what is going on here?
My wife beat cancer too, and I wanted to celebrate his special moment.
That's Bill, a real United pilot.
We brought him drinks and donuts. We all signed a card.
I was smiling ear to ear. Best flight ever for sure.
That's how good leads the way.
The Lowe's Closeout event means the final savings of the season are here. It's your last chance to get deals on seasonal decor, tools, flooring, and so much more. Refresh your home, check off your project list, or simply stock up on the brands you trust. Shop now to grab amazing deals before they're gone. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/7. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
I don't even know, like 54, 56, whatever the hell it is. Or it could be even 60. I don't know. Like, I'll have to look back at it. But it's like, if you look at those leading scorers, like they go by the points and the teams they represent, it looks pretty similar to the standings right now. Mm-hmm. Vancouver's last. PD's last. Like 11.6. Like if he was being paid Sherwood money, wow, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But he's getting paid like 10 times more, man. How's that happening? Anyway, sorry, I rambled again. Next.
It's all good, man. I actually want to highlight this one. Duolingo posted this a while ago, but he says Tyler and Gerald is like a hockey commentating duo. Tyler reminds me of Shorty, and Gerald every solid color commentator guy we've had. I'll take that as a compliment being compared to Shorty. Why not? But yeah, Duolingo, appreciate the kind words as always. I wanted to highlight that because I thought that was A, pretty funny, and two, it's a great comment.
As long as it's not, I don't think he watches it, but actually, I'm not going to say the name because it's kind of mean. But one of the current colors, because there's two, right? So yeah. One of the current ones.
I do want to highlight this one. Kempner Canucks in the building, by the way.
What's up?
What's up, Rev Trav? He goes and says, I benched Rossi in my fantasy league because EP40 came back. See, I was the opposite. I already had Rossi in my lineup and PD on the bench because I didn't realize I ended up having a very long nap today, so I didn't set my lineups or do any tweaks. So I was the complete opposite. I still had PD on my bench, which I guess is fine because he didn't do fuck all.
He got 3 shots for you.
Yeah, but shots don't really do much when it comes to points. Actually, now that I said that, did I have Rossi in my lineup? I don't know. I haven't looked at it in the last few days. No. I mean, I'm winning in both of my leagues, so I guess it's not too big of a deal. Oh, shit. It's already set to Sunday. Fuck me, I had Rossi on the bench. Damn it! Hey, we're unleashed.
Well, he was probably even too, because his own goal he got a minus, and then his own goal he got a plus, so he's probably even. So it doesn't make a huge difference, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, here,
64 points, just incredible in the house, my friend.
I don't know if you guys
64 compared to 22. That's just ridiculous, man.
So in this league, I had Rossi and Pettersson on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, it's expected, right?
Here, let me just check my other league.
By the way, if anyone's wondering why I still have my handlebars, it's been so hard. While Tyler checks it out, it's been so hard to get rid of. It's just, I don't know when I'll ever leave something like this. And the last time I shaved, I believe it was Halloween, or maybe just before Halloween. Can't remember. So I'm just gonna do it for 2 months. So bear with me. Hopefully by the next. Actually, I don't know. I don't even think we'll do another. Actually, there is a post. I don't know if you're going to do a post game for the Seattle game, because they're going to Seattle and then they're coming back for the Flyers game, which Tyler and Sam are now going to. So the Flyers game, I think Tyler's probably not going to do a post game for that.
No, I won't be able to.
Unless I start it first and Tyler jumps on after. But we'll have to talk about that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the new year. I think that's when Seattle's in town on the 2nd. Maybe we'll do that game, but I think I'm going to that game, but I can rush back. And hopefully by then, new year, new start, and clean shaven. So we'll go for that. And then I'm gonna keep preaching about November all over again starting next year. I think I'm going to start early, and it's like 10 months early, 11 months early.
No.
And hopefully whoever, actually, you know what? I'll start after tax season. So that's May. And I'll start reminding everyone, remember to save your donations for me for November. Because yeah, I need any help possible. But Tyler.
Yeah, it looks like I had Rossi on the bench on both my leagues. And Garland. I feel like a bit of a dumbass. I don't know if you guys can really see.
It's okay. You can you're winning anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm not too concerned about it. But I believe we've gotten a bunch of comments since I did that whole thing. Yeah, when it comes to the Philadelphia, yeah, definitely won't be able to do one for the Philadelphia game because I do work early the next morning. So I'll probably come home and just go right to bed. But let's get back to these comments. Where's the... I think that's it for the start ones. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. That's right. I forgot. Duo had one earlier before you came on. That he wanted us to do. Who would you rather trade right now, Besser or Petey, when it comes to their contracts?
Oh God. I mean, even though it's tough, I kind of gave the whole precursor earlier. So yeah, I mean, if Petey's willing to go, then Petey. At least you save yourself like 11.6. With Besser, it's I think 7.25. Still manageable. Cap going up to 104 next year. Very palpable. And I mean, he's just going through a dry streak right now. It'll eventually pick up, I think. And I think I saw a comment in there earlier with Russ saying he doesn't understand why he's playing with DeBrusque. Same thing, man. Like I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Like the two of them are so identical in a way. You don't have them on the same line. Like even playing Besser on his off wing or Garland on his off wing, the two of them have done more scoring than Besser and DeBrusque. So it's just, it kind of still boggles me why Foote would put that together. And I don't know, just so they're on the second line, it makes no sense. Like I would probably rather like Garland and DeBrusque take a stab at it, because I don't think Garland has played with DeBrusque, and I think with the way that Garland plays, he can create some space for DeBrusque, get him open, and then pass the puck over for a one-timer. Actually, no, DeBrusque doesn't really have a one-timer, or maybe Garland shoots it and DeBrusque gets, the rebounds. So I think it's something that they should reconsider, or at least try. Kind of like, the Lucas Reichel project. Never tried him at wing. Probably tried him at the wing for maybe 10 minutes out of all this time. And I mean, it's going to be very hard right now because we have Hogs on the sidelines. Well, not really on the sidelines, in the press box. Ratu in the press box, and Piojo. And it kind of, like, I don't know how to look at all of this, because right now, if Hedl comes back, because he's a non-contact, give him like 2 weeks, maybe he comes back in. What are you gonna do then? Like, who are you gonna send down? Like, the only players that are waiver exempt right now at this moment, I think, is Ogren. I think that's the only one right now.
Yeah.
Because Sasson is already past his number of games. Ratu is in the press because he can't be sent down.
Yeah. Can't send Camp down.
Yeah, the only way is sending Ogrim down and then waiving Camp.
Yeah.
I mean, because look at this. Like, no, let's not even talk Hedl. Bluger, when I saw him at the meet and greet, this was, what was it, the 9th of, was it the 9th? I think it was the 9th of December. When he was with Kane at the table, I asked him, I was like, hey, how are you feeling? He's like, I'm good, but still need some time. And I was like, so after Christmas, right? And he's like, yeah, let's hope for after Christmas. It's after Christmas, man. Even Hedl's in a non-contact. Like, how much longer? It's kind of like the mystery of, where's Derek Forbert? Is he still on the team?
Yeah.
Kind of deal. But let's say, okay, somehow Bluger comes back. Then that's another center. Now, for some odd reason, we're like packed, and you can't send Sasson down because he just extended. Are you going to risk losing him? And you have David Kampf, you have Rossi that came in the trade, and you have Petey. And then you come in Bluger and Hedl. Bro, that's like 6 centermans that we have now. And I'm just trying to think who you can move to the wing. You can't really, because you already have Hogs in the press box. And then you have O'Connor, who just scored shorthanded. And what other player is not playing well? Like, Carlson just scored a goal today. And Carlson can't be sent down now either, I believe. So something has to go
he's hot
out
right now. He's hot right now.
Yeah, 100%.
So you don't do that.
Carlson's scoring at a pace of every third game. It's pretty much every third game Carlson scores. So with that said, it's just something has to go. And I think a Sherwood trade is very imminent. imminent. And if not, it'd be Kane. Not sure if you did a video or you read the Canucks Army article about Kane getting more than people think.
I saw that.
Yeah. So maybe it's time. Maybe it's time we don't wait until the trade deadline and do that. And then, whoever we get back, hopefully it's prospects that play in the AHL, and we let them kind of simmer down in Abbey, get some wins in Abbey, and then you'll have all the players that can't go down play. Because if you trade Kane and Sherwood, that opens up 2 spots. Pretty much that at that point it'd be Ratu and Hogs coming back in, and you're okay. And then when Bluger comes back, then you either send Ogren down or you send Camp down. But it most likely would be Camp, because you're not going to send Sasson down. So Bluger slots into the third line, and then Hogs would be slotting in for the 4th line for Ogren. But yeah, Ogren is playing well. That's very hard to pull out a player like that. Right? So
yeah, definitely. I mean, with Camp, he would have to obviously clear waivers, but I think he would clear.
Bro, he cleared waivers when he was on the Leafs.
Yeah, so
and no one wanted him.
Yeah,
so I don't exactly. So I don't see anyone really claiming him. And what is he gonna have another contract terminated? Like sent down for the reason of having the contract terminated? Like, he wasn't good enough for the Leafs, and the Leafs suck right now. Even though they won, was it 7-5 or 7 whatever today?
Yeah,
I think it was
7-5. Yeah.
Amazing game. Stetcher, love that passion, man. Kind of wish he was still a Canuck. He was trying to get the crowd revved up at the end of the game. Amazing. So yeah, I mean, the Battle of Alberta, Battle of Ontario did not disappoint tonight.
Battle of New York, Battle of California. It was the battle of everything today.
That's awesome. I didn't catch the other ones because guess what? I'm Canadian, so I really don't give a shit about New York and LA and whatever, East Coast, West Coast, whatever. But yeah, I think the big thing was the Alberta and Ontario. Anyways, that was another long one.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Okay. I had to start. I did want to bring this up because I talked about it in my next report the other day. And Duolingo says, imagine if we still had Podkolzin. He'd be so helpful right now. Could use his grit. He's Kane, but better, way younger. What did we give him up for? Well, we gave up essentially Kane for him. And I even talked about that in the next report. What if we trade Evander Kane for Vasily Podkolzin? And I had a couple Oilers fans, I assume, say, no. Oilers say, no way. Let's start that discussion. Kane for Podkolzin. Let's freaking do it. Bring back Podkolzin, man.
No?
Even
I would say no. Why? Because you could net someone better than Podkolzin for Kane. Well, I mean, under the circumstance that you're going to get a second for Kane. So if you're able to net a second, then why not get a new prospect? I mean, Pods right now, yeah, he's playing well. He's like a second liner. But at the same time, if management gave up on him at that point, do you think, coming back is going to change that? He's probably not wanting to come back anyways. So why force someone to come back when he doesn't want to? And at that point, when he comes back, is he going to be thrown in the AHL, or who does he replace? Does he just replace Kane 1-for-1?
Probably.
Pods Pods is a. Do you know if Pods is a left or a right? I think he's left, right?
I'm not entirely 100% sure. Let me quickly look that up.
Yeah, because if I were the Canucks, I don't think it's kind of like asking, Troy Stetcher was available. Would you
He's
take him back?
right wing.
Okay, great, right wing. So we have Carlson, we have Garland, we have Besser, right? Besser, Garland, Sherwood, and Carlson. So Sherwood gets traded, then that opens up a spot. Okay, maybe. But would you put Podkolzin on the second line with who would you put on the second line? Like Hogs? Would it be like Hogs with Podkolzin and Rossi? I mean, I can kind of see it because Pods would sort of protect Rossi in a way. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's pass.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just want to highlight this comment from Irvin. I guess he's referring to Podkolzin. It's like asking your ex-wife to come back.
Oh my god.
But before that, Irvin did say Podkolzin, Pettersson, Garland had 0 goals against when they were aligned. I'm not sure what year that was.
Oh man. I have all these new lights now that I just got.
We do have a comment from Chris Favo. First time I've seen that name, I believe. So welcome. Is EP40 in need of a fresh start, maybe, if Canucks can retain some money in a deal for another first-round pick and a player in return?
Hey, can you highlight that on the screen? Are you able to bring it up on the screen? Thank you. No, man. You know what? Even though he does need a fresh start, I don't think come on, man. Like if Quinn was able to net technically 4 first rounders, then PD should at least get 3 to 4 assets. I'm not saying they're going to get another first, but at least a second and like 3 prospects, like 1 blue chip and then 1 project. I don't even know if they need another roster player because they're already so like they have an issue with waivers and all that right now already. So yeah, I mean if PD can land more AHL prospects that are developing, like what I was saying earlier with Montreal, the Habs, if Hage, bro, you take that and run. Because you have him in the A playing. I mean, he probably wants to come up even sooner, but I think defensively he still needs to develop. Offensively, he looks great already. But it also you have to also factor in the chemistry they have. Like these kids that they played with each other for at least a couple years on Team Canada, right? And they're all friends. So yeah, I mean, if you can get someone like Hage, then great. But if it's a first on retained salary, no. I think the only difference between Quinn and PD is there's a no trade for PD, and it's also 11.6. So if they retain, let's say 25%. So they get the player at 8 and a bit, 9 million. Yeah, I think that's if someone's willing to go for it and the Canucks go for it, then yeah, first and or maybe like we'll say 3 prospects and a second or 3 prospects and a first, kind of like a Quinn deal.
Mm-hmm. I do want to highlight this comment from Connor. I guess talking about the whole Pod Colson thing. I mean, Ben Affleck asked Jennifer Lopez to come back, and she did, eh? Yeah. Well, how long did that last? They're not together anymore. So I wanted to highlight that because I actually was containing my laughter while you were talking when I read that. Justin says, heard Kane's rumor, on the topic of possibly, trading EP40. Kane's rumor is Svechnikov, Stankoven, and a first for EP40. I want to bring that up right now. I'd do it. Yeah, I'd do that. Svechnikov and Stankoven and a first.
Carolina's not giving that out. Carolina is not giving that out. I thought it was sorry, can you pull that up again? So it was Stankoven, a first,
and
Svechnikov. Okay. Weren't they also trying to move Kotkaniemi?
Yeah, a while ago.
I think they still are.
Yeah, I think they've been trying to get rid of him for a long time, and no one will take him.
I mean, that's pretty good, to be honest. If they can take that, then yeah. But that first really means like a second. Because, come on, man, Carolina, unless they get bounced again in the first round. Actually, no, they got bounced in the second round. Can't even remember who they played. I think they got bounced by Washington. No, because Montreal got bounced by Montreal got bounced by the Caps, and then the Canes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look. But yeah, I mean that deal. I take that deal. Come on, man. Like you said, Svechnikov was second overall, man.
Yeah, and yeah, he's a little shit, but at times, but the guy can fucking score.
Yeah, but hey, wait, do we have any Russians on our team right now? I don't think so. It's full Swedes and Americans. It's like Swedes and Americans.
I think, our last Russian was Kuzmenko.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be happy here. We lost Kuzi and Pods.
Yeah. But, I talked about also with the Quinn Hughes. I don't know if you saw the barrage of shorts that I did, talking about because they came out with Canucks Army about comparing all the trade packages that we could have gotten for Hughes from other teams that weren't Minnesota. And the Carolina Hurricanes one had Stankoven attached to it, plus Nikishin, who's their defenseman. And then they didn't necessarily say who else. They just said
there were two picks,
2 picks and another unknown prospect in it. But that would have been the package for Quinn Hughes if he had gone to Carolina. And then I even mentioned the Detroit one I really actually liked, which would have included Edvinson.
No, they're not. They would not give up Edvinson. I think that was the deal breaker for Detroit.
Yeah, that was the reason why they said no. But it would have been Edvinson, Casper, or Danielson. So not both, but one of the two. A first round picks. Yeah, something like that. 2 of them?
I would go for. Yeah, I mean, if they're willing to give up Edvinson, I would go for it. And I wouldn't go for Casper. I would go for what is it, Danielson?
Danielson, yeah.
Yeah. And the first or 2 firsts.
Apparently we do have Russians in the system. Medvedev.
In the system, but not playing on the team.
But not playing. And then we also have Kudryavtsev and Abbey. But as to your point, we don't have any actually on the big club. Or actually, Connor's last Russian was Vitaly Kravtsov. But we got rid of him.
Who's back in Russia now? I think he's playing in the KHL already.
But yeah, this team is completely like Swedes, and has a well-known history of Swedes. Guys like, Oland, Edler. I mean, come on, two of our best players were Swedes.
I was so disappointed when they traded Oland.
Mm-hmm. I actually really liked Oland back in
Yeah.
the day. If you're thinking like back to like the 90s, urban Swedish touch. Oh man.
See, you should have gotten Charlotte to come on and do the show with you. And you'd hear him talk about how San Jose is so great. They won 6-3. Macron Celebrini is the best player in the world.
No, he would have said Michael Misa is the best player in the world, even though he didn't play.
Yeah. Misa is pretty good. I've been watching the juniors, and I mean, I'm not as impressed, but as Brady Martin, bro, that guy is money.
Oh yeah,
is money. Like, can we just trade for him? Like, come on, another right-handed face-off, like centerman, bro. If we can get Martin, bring on the rebuild. All for it. Seriously, trade Petey for him.
Yeah, I actually talked about Martin, I think, over the summer when we were talking about like potential like draft guys. Brady Martin was up there as a potential draft pick for us before we went with Coots. But I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong in Chad, but
no. There would have been no way for them to get Martin.
I think Martin was drafted before Coots, so there would have been no way. Irvin mentions Porter Martone. Yeah,
not bad. Oh, I'm very impressed with I don't want to mispronounce his name, but is it Parketh?
The Parak.
Parak?
Zane Parak.
Yeah, Parak is pretty money too.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't need another defenseman. But like, I really like his game. I think, yeah.
And he was drafted before Bulliam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch. I don't know if you watch. Well, you probably don't watch anything Calgary related. I usually don't either. But it's not necessarily just Calgary, but the Barn Burner podcast on the Nation Network. I watched them quite a bit, and they were talking a lot about Parak and Bulliam, and the fact that Parak was drafted just before Bulliam, and they were gloating. Well, not gloating, but just going off about like Bulliam and how like maybe we should have drafted Bulliam. Basically giving Bulliam his flowers, and then Parak is playing like this in the World Juniors. I don't know.
Yeah, but think about this, like. One is playing in juniors and one is playing in the NHL right now. So
yeah,
that kind of gives you the answer.
I believe Parak has played a few games for the Flames this season, I think.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. But not enough warrant for like a long stay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Calgary actually has 2 players playing at the World Juniors for Canada.
I love this comment from Duo. Look at Nylander in Toronto after a massive contract. Him and PD must have lived in the same block.
Yeah, but Nylander also has 3 goals in his last 2 games.
True.
And PD, when was the last time you saw PD score more than 2 goals?
I mean, I do recall it being this season, but a while ago.
No, he scored 2 goals in 1 game. I think it was against Carolina. I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was just during that anyways, it was I think in November.
Yeah.
But to have 3 goals in 2 games, I don't even remember PD doing anything like that. He might have 3 assists in 2 games, but not 3 goals in 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
The way he plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pass first mentality.
Yeah, speaking of 3 assists, Quinn Hughes with a 3-point night in Minnesota, 3 assists, who I did have in my lineup, so thank goodness for Quinn Hughes. I had him in my lineup. Yes, I still have Quinn Hughes in my fantasy league. I had him way before the trade, so he's one of my keepers, so I'll be keeping Quinn Hughes for sure. And I think he's going to get even more opportunity in Minnesota to put up points.
Oh, 100%.
I don't have his point totals up right now, but I could see him getting 100 at this point. No, I know he's kind of behind.
Points?
He could potentially, I think, if he goes on like a run with Minnesota.
Dude, that's higher than he was with the Canucks. The most he got was like 80s. I don't even think he hit. Did he hit 90?
I'm just looking up the projection.
Even at the 23-24 season, I think that's the highest totals that he had.
Yeah, it says high 90s to near 90.
Projected for this year?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure how, updated it is, if it's updated from tonight or not, but it says, he could near or exceed his career high of 92.
Oh, yeah, 92 is his highest. Okay.
But so, yeah, I could see him surpassing that now that he's in mini. It's maybe just under 100 points.
Come on, man. You're playing with Boldy, Kaprizov. You have
Faber
as your flank. Like, come on. It's disgusting.
And I agree with
power play is disgusting.
I agree with Justin. He looks so good in Minnesota, as much as that hurts to say, but
bro, he is in better pastures right now. Like,
oh yeah,
come on, man. Like, happy for him. Seriously,
yeah,
really happy for him.
Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't watch it, but I saw he did like some sort of interview, I guess, post game. I believe it was tonight. I'll watch it probably later. But yeah, is he on a point streak right now? Probably is.
I think he's gotten a point, at least a point in every game he's played for Minnesota so far.
Yeah, I'm just about to actually check that. Yeah, so the trade was December 12th. There's been one game where he didn't get a point. That was against Columbus on the 18th of December. Actually,
okay,
make that 2 actually. So 18th and the 20th. So only 2 games he's not gotten a point.
And he's played 7 so far, right? Or
Yeah,
6?
7.
7.
So he's got 7 points in 7 games.
Yeah. But he got 3 tonight.
Yeah, 7 points in 7 games. So yeah, 1 goal, a goal and 6 assists.
He scored in his very first game.
Yeah, and he hasn't scored
since. Got an assist. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotten all assists ever since then.
Yeah, and he's also playing like 30 minutes a game. He actually played more than when he was in the Canucks. I think the highest that he got was 32 minutes, and that included overtime recently.
Yeah, that was against Columbus in a game he didn't get any points. Yeah, 32 minutes and 2 seconds. Just looking at his ice time, 26, almost 27 in his first game. 29 minutes and like 29 and a half minutes in the second. 32, 24, 26, 29, 25.
Yeah, it's not really our problem anymore. Play them as much as they want. Right? So.
Yeah, I think someone even commented on, they're doing the same thing that the Canucks were doing.
Yeah.
Playing him like crazy. But when you got a guy like Quinn Hughes, he doesn't have to play those minutes anymore.
He wants to.
He wants to, which leads to some people saying, maybe he's a little bit of a puck hog. But yeah. But I'm not in that category though. But
so, do you think he's a quitter?
I have mixed feelings about it. I don't want to full on say, he quit. But at the same time, you were the captain of the team. Those are. I wonder where my Canada jerseys are.
I mean, I'm just trying to say he's not Canadians.
Yeah. I think I'm 50-50 on it. To be honest, half of me sees him kind of as a bit of a quitter, quitting on the team, considering he's the captain. He basically said he wanted out. And then, but part of me also doesn't really want to, go there just based off of, what he did for the team. And I do feel as though he kind of changed, like the way his personality was. I think it kind of changed, and it stemmed from the frustration from, losing constantly, the whole PD stuff. I think it changed his demeanor. Like when you had that conversation with him, which by the way, I managed to clip.
You actually clipped it.
I'm going to work on that a little bit later. But I'm going to try and get those clipped and uploaded. And then they were all from that Quinn Hughes initial trade video. So those should be up hopefully by tomorrow. I might have to do some editing with that. We'll see. It is AI. So, but it's like,
does it actually work when you say the word?
I think I'd have to look at the post game we did with Gassy.
Yeah,
because I said it quite a bit in that one, and there were some of them that didn't really work out because of things that were in the way.
Is it or that?
I think it's that.
It's that. Okay.
But it's like what you said about with your conversation with Quinn at the player meetup. It just seemed like his demeanor was kind of not the same. It was more like down than.
Well, you know what? To be honest, at that point when I spoke to him, he probably
he already knew. Yeah,
he already knew, and he's obviously not going to tell the fans.
No,
and yeah, I mean, he was there trying to give back to the community or give back to the season ticket holders, and I mean the management, Jim. He was thanking Jim, first class, like. Just accommodating to him, and that was probably the trade-off, just to be there and sign autographs and just see the fans for the last time, right? And obviously he's probably asked that question multiple times. I mean, I talked to the person that brought me that was at the line, like the usher or whatever, and I said, have there been uncomfortable questions that have been asked today? And he's like, no, nothing, not really. And I said to him, I was like, anyone ask him, if he's going to stay? And he's like, no. So I brought Marcus. He's his parents are season ticket holders. And I brought Marcus with me. And I told Marcus, I think Marcus is like 4. And I said, hey, ask Quinn if he's going to stay in Vancouver. And then his reaction was, No. I think I asked him. I said, ask Quinn if he's going to leave Vancouver. And Marcus's reaction was like, no, he's not leaving. No. And I was like, okay. I talked to his mom right after the trade, and he was pretty sad because it was the first time he met him. He actually has 2 Quinn Hughes jerseys, and it's super cute because it's like the kids ones. We got Quinn to sign the back of one of his jerseys, and yeah, I think like he was really in love with the captain, right? So either way, I think he did a lot of good for the city.
Yeah,
and I don't think he deserves to be villainized,
demonized.
or demonized. Well, not demon, not really demon, more like villain, villainized. I mean, Bo kind of gets that, but he was a great captain. Like he loved being here. But his, I'll tell you that for free, kind of turned a lot of people. Like it
myself included. I will admit, I kind of turned on him. But now, Quinn, not so much.
But Quinn didn't do that, right? He didn't.
At least not yet.
He didn't say anything.
Not that I think he will.
Oh, come on, man. Like, it's been 7 games. If he was going to say something, he's going to say something. It's 7 games. Let's move on. Like, he's like, I'm focused on Minnesota now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be talking about Vancouver like 10 games after the trade.
Yeah.
It's pointless, right? So, I mean, there's give and take, with both players. But I think Bo definitely wanted to be here. Like the guy cried.
Yeah,
could be fake. Could be fake, but
well, yeah, he
at
was
least
very
he wanted to be
emotional. He was very emotional when he had his return game. Yeah, for sure, I noticed that. You never know. I mean, obviously, it's I kind of touched on it in the next report on this whole PD Hughes stuff. It's talking about how they drifted apart over the last year, which is fine. Like PD's a married man now. Quinn's not married. Things can change and like that, but I think it was kind of a little overblown, to be honest. The whole
it doesn't matter if you're married or not. And then also people like, I'm not trying to be insensitive in any way, but their incident of the miscarriage happened in July. They only posted it recently. So obviously if the wife is only going to post it after they feel, they've had enough time to grieve, go through and process everything. So there's nothing affecting it, but people are making it sound like, or using it as an excuse for him. Happened in July, man. It's December. The New Year's like around the corner. I'm not being insensitive, sorry, because I'm probably the last person to be insensitive. But like, come on, you can't use that excuse, right? It's just, like man up. But the problem is like with Quinn and his dinner, why did he only invite, I mean, obviously Connor Garland is going to be there because he's Connor Garland's son's godfather. And then you have Besser, Hronek, like they've wanted to play together for the longest time. They had an amazing 23-24 season. Like both of them it was just assist galore for the two of them. So I get that. But Tyler Myers, really? Tyler Myers is also a married man. So what's wrong with that? Like Tyler Myers is what, like dad 2.0 after Tannen? But why wasn't Petey invited? Because they drifted off. Like, I mean, there's obviously a lot of tells, but the one that I kind of question is Tyler Myers unfriending or unfollowing Demko. That was super weird.
His own.
Did you see that one?
His own.
Yeah,
teammate?
Man. Yep. So on Instagram, if you look at it, after the dinner, he unfollowed Demko. You don't know about this news?
I mean, don't know about that part.
It's super petty shit, but there's a actual X account that follows every player in the NHL, and whenever there's an unfollow or whatever, or like of some sort, they'll get notifications and they'll tweet it or post out. And it was right after the dinner that Tyler Myers unfollowed that's your Demko. And then at the next game, it was another PR thing. Every moment that they got between the two of them, walking into the arena, they had pictures, videos. At the end of the game, because they won the game, it was Tyler Myers hugging Demko. Like, yeah, it was a lot. Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, I think I didn't see that particular one, but I'm pretty sure I saw something about like Demko unfollowing Hughes or something like that. Because I know right after the whole dinner stuff came out.
All right, everyone, let's talk about drinking and driving, a decision that will change your whole world. Things will never be the same once you get a DUI because legal fees, time in court are just the beginning. Getting into a crash is another way your world could be irreversibly changed after drinking and driving. Your vehicle may not be the only thing that gets damaged in that crash. You could face a life-altering injury or even death. But you're not the only one who could face those consequences. Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. The next time you're out drinking, call a rideshare, a taxi, a sober friend, or a designated sober driver. Always plan for a safe ride home. The only decision that will change your world for the better is the decision to call for a sober ride. It's never worth it to drive drunk. Don't risk it. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Pacifico is a Mexican lager brewed to be discovered. It's like fresh tracks on a powder day. Like that uncharted trail a stone's throw away. Like the perfect wave on a sunny day. Pacifico. Find your own way. 21 plus. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
With cold weather around the corner, go for a jacket that feels like you're wearing a hug. Columbia Sportswear's new Amaze Puff protects you from the elements and feels, well, amazingly warm, cozy, and comfortable. You know Columbia makes tough winter layers, but the Amaze Puff jacket is definitely for the girls. Built to be soft and warm while also looking great with tons of colors and lengths to match any mood or look. Visit Columbia.com to get your hands on an Amaze Puff jacket. It's tough on cold, soft on you.
The Lowe's Closeout event means the final savings of the season are here. It's your last chance to get deals on seasonal decor, tools, flooring, and so much more. Refresh your home, check off your project list, or simply stock up on the brands you trust. Shop now to grab amazing deals before they're gone. Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 1/7. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Demko talked about like the trade and, something about like, I don't have the exact quote, but something about like staying, wanting to be here. And he kind of, and some people saw it as him like taking a shot at Quinn, basically saying, I want to be here. I don't want to go anywhere else. Again, I don't have the exact quote, but I did see that where Demko kind of took a little slight towards Quinn and whatnot.
No,
and then
I think he said he just wanted to focus on winning. Like he's a Canuck, he's always wanted to be a Canuck, and other people. Like I don't know if he said other people, but whatever happens. We move on. We turn the page. PD also said that at the last media availability and was like, just got to turn the page, right?
Yeah.
But he did refer to Quinn as a longtime friend. He said that.
Yeah, I think he also
a longtime friend that had a farewell dinner that you didn't go to.
Yeah.
Just kind of sus, man.
Yeah. Especially with if Quinn, obviously if Quinn knew about it like prior, you would think some could even argue that maybe he didn't have enough time to plan something, but then again, they were all together, so you can't really.
They were on a goddamn road trip.
Yeah.
What do you have to do in New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it was Quinn that was busy with Jack and Luke. Anyone on the team has time.
Yeah.
Like you're in New Jersey doing nothing. You're in your hotel room. You got to eat dinner anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there was no invite. And he's not just going to like show up and be like, hey, why was I not invited? Or like, hey, we're friends. We're longtime friends. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no,
Grown-ups here.
Urban's asking who was at the dinner. Was it the whole team? No, it was just, who was it? Myers, Hronek, Garland,
Besser.
and Besser. That was it.
No.
Yeah, on the Demko note, I think I do remember him saying something about like playing for the crest, not for yourself. Like when it comes to points, he mentioned that as well, and that very same.
He said he's not playing for personal accolades, he's playing for the win.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Dude, I think we have like an extra like 50 comments. Like I'm just looking at the notifications on StreamYard. There's like 99 plus messages or chats. We should get through some of that. Like we've just been like spitballing and running through this. Like there's no one here, but there's a lot of people in chat, and we want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for staying with us on a Saturday night, Sunday morning, and it is, God, I don't even know what time it is. Like 10 to 1.
10 to 1, yeah.
So definitely appreciate all of this. Appreciate you all being here. So we have to go through chat. We have to go through some of the comments.
Yeah, just glancing through it. Looks like they were having a lot of their own discussions while you and I were like rambling. I'm just going back. Okay, this is where, we were talking about Hughes being in Minnesota. Swervin says a day that will live in infamy. Do
you have a Duolingo one about Marcus Pettersson signing?
Let's see.
And also Justin saying Hughes in the state of hockey versus Hughes in the state of futility. Night and day. Love it. Seriously.
Yeah, there's one from Duo. I think Marcus Pettersson signing trade is why I'm so annoyed about Swedes. It just reminds me of another OEL situation. Oof. Yikes.
Bro. No,
thank you.
No. Wait. I have to say something. Okay, even though Marcus Pettersson is not playing as well this year. I mean, he played okay tonight, I would say, with exception of that penalty afterwards, the slashing. I think he's kind of getting back up there. But the $5.5 million, bro, that is like a very good contract. Even the way he's playing right now, that is a very good contract. So it's definitely not an OEL. Like if an OEL contract is 11.6, that is the new 6 million, 6 for 6. But this is, what is it? Is it 8 or 7? I can't even remember, but it's 11.6 times 8. It's even worse, man. If he continues this trajectory, like it's just ridiculous.
Comment from Hangia. Did you guys see the fan who wore the Hughes jersey, crossed out the number 4 and wrote BX on it?
I love that.
I didn't see that. I'll have to look
Hilarious. Back at that. BX was like, who was it? Because apparently it was one of his friends that took that picture.
Oh.
And I loved it. I mean, hey, you have a Hughes jersey hanging there. Maybe you can do that. Just tape over to the 4.
Yeah. This is a good one from Connor. It says a lot about how the relationship between the team, fan base, and highest scoring defenseman just collapsed.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of them have said winning solves a lot of problems, and they were definitely not winning. And especially like tonight, like look at it. We've lost. I hate associating that I'm part of the Canucks, but the Canucks have lost 9 straight at home. They're 4-10.
4-11-1. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 4-11-1
after tonight.
Like, what more, man? Like, you can't even win in front of your home fans, but you can win on the road. You won 4 in a row. You went 4-1 on the last road trip. but you can't win in front of your fans. What is the point of fans showing up? Well, I mean, like the next home game is against Flyers, and we know why Tyler's going. But like, is that the same reason for everyone else, just to go see the other team? Like, win some goddamn games, man. Like, you're gonna lose a lot of season ticket holders. It's ridiculous. Swerve and Irvin, I don't think they have Brodin back yet.
Where is it?
Oh my God, Duolingo. There's one he was just saying, if we trade a first or second for Kyrou, I'll stop watching this year.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. Where did I go?
That one's kind of crazy. Connor actually has a question. When Green was coach, did he ever have the team in 32nd place in the league? No, he did not. I'm pretty sure he did not. Duolingo, we are a maximum cap team with 4 players taking up a big chunk of the cap space, being last. We are not the Sharks or Ducks when they were rebuilding. We are not in good shape. We need to clear house. Yeah. So that's why I was saying, if PD is willing to leave, just go. Even eat up, like, let's say we can eat up 3.6. We'll eat up 3.6 million, and the team can have him for 8 million. That's an amazing deal for a player like that. If he rebounds, right? So that if you save the money on that, I mean, as much as I want to keep Sherwood, I don't think it's a good move, because he's turning 30. Or he is 30. Garland on a 6x6. As much as he's great, I think he needs to go also. His 6x6 doesn't kick in until July 1st. And he'll be 30 by then. So, yeah, I think if someone's willing, it would be someone like Hronek, who today, like, he even showed it. Like, that Doc goal, I think he celebrated. And I think, honestly, Hronek's kind of immune with losing, because he played for Detroit during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a good one to mentor all the new D-men. I think Myers would be someone that's good to mentor also, even though he plays like a draft. He's been taking a lot of cross-checking penalties, which is odd. But yeah, I think he would be a great mentor for some of the, like, especially for Z. And Besser is another one. Not playing great right now, but I think he wants to be a Canuck. Maybe it's because of his girlfriend, or maybe it's just that emotional kind of connection with Vancouver. But yeah, you keep Besser, and then the rest, if you can get pieces, picks, go for it. And I think a lot of you want Marcus Pettersson to go, right? Because we have all these new kids coming up anyways. So yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes you question the extension now that, with all these young kids. I did want to bring this up because it's a question that Duo's asking the both of us. And it's this one. What's a realistic return for PD with retained salary?
I think we did talk about that earlier.
We did?
Yeah, we did. So what I was saying was, if you retain salary, like, say let's retain 3.6. It's kind of like the Luongo recapture amount.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's doable, but the problem is with OEL, I think right now it's at like 4.7. That's already enough for almost a Marcus Pettersson. So with the 3.6 and 7 more years, that's going to be really rough. Maybe do 2.6 and they'll have him for 9 million. Or maybe let's do 10 million. So it'd be 1.6. If they do 1.6, if they're able to land a good prospect, a first or a second, let's go second. And let's do 2, like a roster player. Actually, no. Let's do this. We'll take the picks. So 2 first rounds, and a prospect. I think I'd be happy with 3 assets.
Okay, just looking at some more. I want to quickly get this one because Urban's asking a question. I want to quickly get to it. How much did you guys barf in your mouth when Alvin said retool with a hybrid form? A lot. Not only did I barf in my mouth, but I was, I
didn't barf.
Lost it.
I didn't barf in my mouth, but it's just.
Yeah.
Come on, man! Like at that point, they didn't lose their game. They were on a 4-game winning streak, and they weren't even down by that much. I think it was like 1-0 at that point, or the game was tied. I think the game was tied when he was asked during the intermission. It just doesn't give me the confidence that this management team is on the full rebuild. And it just makes me think that whatever statement that came out with Jim Rutherford was a PR stunt.
Mm-hmm.
And then Patrick comes out and says this retool hybrid.
With the hybrid form, yeah.
Like God, I can't even remember what I was watching. Oh, I think it was Donnie and Dolly.
Yeah.
And it was God, I forgot his name. But I think he does like Calgary games and stuff. And he's like, what is this? Like, are you trying to make a salad? Like you're just making up all these words and just like feeding us bullshit. Like it's retool now, and then it was a rebuild. Now it's like a retool on a hybrid mode. Like what the fuck, man? Like what else are you gonna say?
Yeah,
like,
Donnie went nuts on that. He was like, it's. I think I actually reposted it on Twitter. That conversation between Donnie and Dolly, and they even had like Ryan Henderson, who's their producer, jump in, and Donnie basically said, it's mushy mushy middle bullshit.
Yeah,
basically is what it is. I want to highlight this from Connor. Here, see if I can do it. Is it gonna pop up? All right, come on.
Before you pop, okay.
Referring to Alvin in this.
Yeah. It's
Irvin says Finn for head coach.
I don't even know how to say this, but like his name is it Hangia? Like he was. I think he's talking about Quinn Hughes. He's kind of Canadian though. He has dual citizenship. Was raised in Toronto. Yeah, because of his father and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But he chose to play for US. So yeah, because he chose to rep the USA. That's why I was making the joke about he's not Canadian. It doesn't mean that he grew up in Canada. He grew up in Toronto. I understand that.
Mm. Chris Fable says, I think the Canucks should honestly make amends with Trevor Linden because he was right.
Oh, he was always right.
Yeah. I still think that's a major fuck up by the Canucks. Basically, you've alienated a freaking icon in Trevor Linden, who now wants absolutely nothing to do with this team.
Okay. I love Trevor Linden. been always a fan, especially like, everyone knows that like I adored Pavel Bure when he was here. Even though he played roughly, actually just a little bit less than Quinn, like the time that he was here. So, with that said, actually two things. With that said, I think Quinn Hughes should get his jersey retired here because if Pavel got it, he should get it. Secondly, with Trevor Linden, I think he put it on himself. I mean, it was a rookie president that was hired at that time, had no experience, then goes and hires Jim Benning from Boston, who then turns around and backstabs him, got him fired. Like, I think if Linden really understood the team and the owners at that time, he would have done his homework. Because Mike Gillis was trying to do a rebuild, and he got fired shortly after.
No.
And then Linden comes in and says something like that. Yeah, it is the truth, but a lot of people don't like to hear the truth. It's kind of like the whole Jack Nicholson thing. Like, you can't handle the truth. Yeah, the Aquilinis can't handle the truth. That's why they fired your ass. And that's why there's this, like, sour taste in Linden's mouth. That's why he walked away from hockey. And he started doing his, like, gyms and stuff. Because that's something that he can control as an owner. And, yeah, I don't think Linden would ever come back in any capacity for the team. I mean, he's come back for the alumni game, but aside from
about
that, yeah,
I think that's the only way you would see Trevor Linden back again is if they had some sort of alumni thing.
Exactly.
Or
I mean,
or if it was something to do with someone who played with them. If they were like doing like a Ring of Honor thing, he would probably come back for that, and that's about it.
Yeah, but to work for the Canucks, I don't think so because I think he hates that. He hates Aquaman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not Kirk McLean, man. Kirk McLean seems like he's employed by the Canucks.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And gets like a long-term salary. Like Linden's not. Like he's just doing it like voluntarily. He's asked and he's like, fine, I'll do it. But yeah, anyways.
Harry has a question. He asks, hi, Tyler and Gerald. Do you think there will be another trade happening this week or next week? I could see it happening within the next week, for sure. I mean, I believe the freeze ends today. Today is the last day of the roster freeze.
Yeah.
So I could
see.
It
opens back up. It opens back up. Like the rosters are unfrozen now.
Okay. So I could see it happening in the next week.
Yeah, but it's gonna close up again in January really soon. So
so there's not
because just before the Olympics. So they have roughly just shy of a month. Or roughly about a month. And yeah, I think most likely Sherwood's gonna get dealt. I mean, looking at him during the game today, just his reactions and I mean the last couple of games, just seeing him on the bench and the camera panning to him, dude, the guy's checked out. Like he's not really checked out, he's just really pissed off. He's pissed off at how the team is playing. The guy is kind of like another Quinn. He's playing to win. And heart and soul, like Garland, like he just gives it his all. I was giving him a little crap earlier during, I don't know, mid season. Well, I don't know, it's mid season now, but like during like the 20-ish goal mark or 20-ish game mark, he was trying way too hard to score goals and trying to take goals away from players that actually scored the goal. Like pretending that he tipped it in when someone actually got the goal and didn't touch it. I ranted about that on one of the streams. But right now, I think he's done. I think he just wants to start winning. And they should definitely accommodate to that and trade him away. But with that said, I really want them to get rid of King. Especially after that goddamn penalty that you and I were talking about earlier. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, can't do this shit.
Yeah, Hanji also says Linden might be there when they name the next captain. That's another part that he could be a part of, potentially.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to highlight this from Hanjia, just because I'm pretty passionate about this. In particular, I think that's why, and he's referring to, I guess, Linden, I believe, why they never retired Luongo number 1 is because Kirk is so dedicated to the organization. And as much as I love Kirk McLean, I think this is bullshit. I think Lou should have his number retired. And I don't see why there can't be an issue or a scenario where you can't have multiple of the same jersey retired or in the rafters. Like, you should be able to do that. I don't see that as an issue at all.
Dude, it's weird, man. Like, you can't just have like a number 1 McLean and a number 1 Luongo hanging in the rafters.
I personally don't see an issue with that. Like, it wouldn't bother me, but
no, it looks weird because, like, if you retired a number, then that means it can't be used. So if they were to retire Kirk McLean, if they thought about it, they should have done it before Luongo came.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, the guy, like, by the time Luongo came, it was like 2005, 2006. Around that time, or maybe even 2007. I can't remember.
Yeah, 2006.
And if that was the case, Luongo wouldn't use number 1 because McLean would have been retired. So obviously they didn't think about retiring him. Yeah. So if that's the case, why not retire Luongo? Because he's the last player that used number 1.
Not to mention he's,
the most wins.
Most wins in Canucks history. He's got like all these stats. Being a Canuck, I think he takes, as much as I love Kirk and how iconic Kirk is, I think he takes precedent over Kirk. So retire his fucking number.
That's true. I mean, they had a goddamn bobblehead for Luongo.
Yeah, they had like a ring. They inducted him into the Ring of Honor, and I think that wasn't good enough. I think he should still, and I will be on this till the day I die, think he should still have his number retired. And no one's going to be able to change my mind on that.
I think the Aquilinis just don't want to pay for another banner.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that.
I mean, look at the rings. Like, they're not. There's still no Calder Cup rings right now. So, they did it to the last moment possible before giving them the rings. You heard about that rumor from, I think it was Russell, that said they didn't want the. I mean, if he had a choice, he wouldn't want the Canucks to win the cup in 2011 because he didn't want to pay for the rings. Do you hear about that story?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's the Aquilinis really got to go, man. Like, it feels like I had a conversation earlier on a group chat with Irvin, and he's like, yeah, compared to other team owners, the Aquilinis are actually not that big. Mm-hmm. That's why they're like penny pinchers. Like, I brought it up to him. I was like, yeah, he's a penny pincher because, he's not willing to pay for this or that. Like, we're the only team in the NHL that doesn't have a practice facility. Like, how fucked is that?
Mm-hmm.
And Swervin's comparison, I think, was, you know what? If your house costs $1 million, would you be still considered a millionaire? Just because your house is worth $1 million, but you're cash poor. Because it's an asset? Does that make you a millionaire?
No, I don't think so.
Right. So, like, you have to live there. It's not like you can just sell it and have somewhere else to live, right? So the Aquilinis in a way is like that. And oh my God, there's so many stories that I want to share, but I can't do it like publicly here about the Aquilini group. And I don't want to get banned by the Canucks if they watch this. So we'll just let it be. But it's just like, if they're actually watching, please, come on, man. Just get the players a practice facility. We're not even like caring anymore. And secondly, like, let the management, actually, no. Listen to fans. We need a rebuild. We need it to be done correctly. if it's done correctly, it could even happen within 2-3 years. I, for one, if you actually do the rebuild, I am a season ticket member for, I don't know, since like the 2010-ish eras. Like, yeah. I will keep renewing my season ticket membership if you rebuild. And I'll convince everyone else to do it. I had a friend from high school that has been a season ticket member since the early 2000s. And when I saw him at the meet and greet this year, I asked him, I said, hey, you going to renew next year? He's like, I don't know, man. Like I've been a season ticket holder for almost 25 years, but this year is the year I might just consider not renewing because of the mess. And at that time, that was a Tuesday, December 9th. 2 days before Quinn played his last game. And he said, yeah, I don't know if I want to renew. And I was like, it's like almost 25 years, man. Like, you're just going to lose your seniority. He's like, I don't care. Like, why would I pay for this bullshit? Like, to be in the mushy middle. Like, even if they start losing and I see a focus, I see a game plan that's going forward. Like, we have prospects. We're going to be drafting. You know, we have this going on. Great. Okay. How long's the rebuild? 2-3 years? 4 or 5 years? Fine, I can deal with it. Anything over 6? No. And then at that time, he'll probably consider like, you know, canceling it. But at least give us a direction, right? Stop like toying with our emotions, telling us it's a rebuild, and then all of a sudden we're going to retool on a hybrid or a hybrid retool.
With a hybrid form, yeah.
Like, what the fuck does that mean? Seriously.
Yeah,
like it's not a fucking electric car where you could fucking hybrid, like plug in electricity and also fucking like gas up your car. Like, what are you gonna do? Like with that analogy, you're gonna electrify your car and plug in gas. So you're gonna lose and win at the same time, or you're trying to make the playoffs but trying to rebuild at the same time. So that's hybriding. Like, fuck you. Like, seriously, I'm sorry to be cursing. This is the line change after dark. But seriously, we're fucking pissed off as Canucks fans. Like, we're passionate Canucks fans. We're like Demko. Like, we're here. We're here. And, you know, just because of the geographical area. Actually, you know what? It wasn't even because of geographical area. I was a Canucks fan when I lived in Winnipeg. And I'm sorry, maybe I started becoming a Canucks fan as a bandwagoner because of the 93-94 run. And then I moved to Vancouver and stayed a Canucks fan until now. So I'm not a newbie fan. We're here for the long run, even though you break our hearts every year in and year out. We're still here. Just do the right thing this year, please. Like, either win all the games and make it to the playoffs, or just lose everything and do a correct rebuild. Like, we're not asking, like, right now we have a divided fandom right now. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people are just saying, let's tank, go for McKenna, and then that's it. But there's still passionate fans that are here not wanting to cheer for the team to lose. So what I'm saying is, if you are serious about rebuilding, then go for it. Don't give us this retool, retool on the fly, retool in a hybrid mode. Like, what next are you going to tell us? Like, rebuild, unconsciously? Like, the fuck else are you going to tell us? Just give us the direction, please.
Mm-hmm. I love this from Urban. Imagine telling someone I don't want a marriage, I want a long-term relationship in a hybrid form. Oh, Urban. Great stuff. Anyway, I'm going to...
Hey, what Urban just said?
All right, everyone, let's talk about drinking and driving, a decision that will change your whole world. Things will never be the same once you get a DUI because legal fees, time in court are just the beginning. Getting into a crash is another way your world could be irreversibly changed after drinking and driving. Your vehicle may not be the only thing that gets damaged in that crash. You could face a life-altering injury or even death. But you're not the only one who could face those consequences. Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. The next time you're out drinking, call a rideshare, a taxi, a sober friend, or a designated sober driver. Always plan for a safe ride home. The only decision that will change your world for the better is the decision to call for a sober ride. It's never worth it to drive drunk. Don't risk it. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Pacifico is a Mexican lager brewed to be discovered. It's like fresh tracks on a powder day. Like that uncharted trail a stone's throw away. Like the perfect wave on a sunny day. Pacifico, find your own way. 21 plus, drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
With cold weather around the corner, go for a jacket that feels like you're wearing a hug. Columbia Sportswear's new Amaze Puff protects you from the elements and feels, well, amazingly warm, cozy, and comfortable. You know Columbia makes tough winter layers, but the Amaze Puff jacket is definitely for the girls. Built to be soft and warm while also looking great with tons of colors and lengths to match any mood or look. Visit Columbia.com to get your hands on an Amaze Puff jacket. It's tough on cold, soft on you.
The Lowe's Closeout event means the final savings of the season are here. It's your last chance to get deals on seasonal decor, tools, flooring, and so much more. Refresh your home, check off your project list, or simply stock up on the brands you trust. Shop now to grab amazing deals before they're gone. Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 1/7. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
It's like, it's basically friends with benefits or just like fuck
Yeah.
buddies. Let's just like fuck for the sake of it, but I don't want to get married.
Yeah, there you go.
Clip that. I'm sorry. We can't even let that. We can't even let that go on shorts because there's profanity unless you bleep it out.
I'll be right back. Let me just switch it over to you. You can go through the comments.
Start all the messages. Have you started all the messages?
I've gotten a bunch starred, but here, let me quickly star some more.
Okay. Wow, you actually have a lot of the ones from before. Okay, let's see here. I can't even put anything on stage though. Shit. It's hilarious. Oh my god, I'm reading this shit.
I'll call up SGA. I saw that one. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Okay, Justin Incredible was saying this was about oh man, 25 minutes ago. Heard there were empty seats tonight. Guess it was a hybrid sellout. Yeah. I was lucky enough to get rid of my tickets at a bargain tonight. And I actually wanted to go and see Celebrini, but you know, I'd rather spend more time with family. Family is more important than an actual Canucks game. So yeah, rather lose a bit of money and see Celebrini then you know, at least I got to spend time with family. So Duolingo, why are we in the talks for Kairu when we are in a hybrid retool? Because the hybrid retool means they're trying to make the playoffs. And what you're saying is it honestly makes zero sense. Yeah, I agree. Hearing about that just upsets me. What are we trying to do again? They're just trying to have these stopgaps. They're trying to use signings, trades to pretty much win right now when they shouldn't be, and screw up the whole rebuild. Let's see here. What else is there? If you want to serve an error in, if you want to know where it all went wrong, 2014. Yeah, pretty much. So that's when I guess Linden and then Jim Benning came in. Mike Gillis was fired. Yeah. If we kept Gillis and ownership actually listened to Gillis, I think it would have been they would have been competitive by like 2016, 2018, the latest. Harry, are you confident with the Canucks draft odds for 26 on getting top 3, or do you think our odds will drop? I think we're going to be dropping because the way we're playing. I mean, if my hunch is correct and PD stays, then the tank is on. It's fully on. But if we get Bluger back, Hedel back, I think especially Hedel, if we get them back, then they're going to play themselves to a mushy middle and miss the playoffs by like 3 points. What is it? Cap that?
Cap that? What?
Yeah, cap that.
Oh, cap that, yeah.
Yeah. Hangia, I think that's why they never retired Longos, because the Kirk is dedicated to the organization. Yeah, still, dedication doesn't mean, I mean, as much as, I respect Captain Kirk, it's just, he didn't do enough. He did the 2 years and then he went to Florida, I believe. Yeah. If we get offered a first for Demko, no salary retention, do we take it? I mean, realistically, I would say yes. This is from Duolingo, by the way. But if Demko heats up and he doesn't get injured again, then a first is not enough. Like, Demko is another great goalie, but he just has injury problems. But that also spawns to, our medical staff, which I don't really trust. And it also goes to say we don't have a goddamn practice facility. And that also needs to be taken into account for. So if Canucks got offered a first for Demko, no salary retained, do you trade him just before his contract kicks in? For the look of it, I would say no, because you just extended this guy, and at the same time, you're trading him just before his contract kicks in. It sends a statement to the rest of the NHL that, you know what, doesn't matter if you do an extension, there's still a risk of us trading you away. Like, even though you earn the extension and you earn that no trade clause, like, it looks really bad on management. So yeah, I don't know if you take the first. I mean, unless there's like a clear communication, there's clear communication with Demko that, you know what, our plan, if they actually have a plan, is this for the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Let's say 2 years, because he's on a 3-year extension, right? Are you okay with that? If he says, yeah, I'm okay with this, I can mentor whatever new goalie's coming and I want to be a Canuck, then don't do it. Because if you do it, it's going to be such bad press, and Vancouver will never recover from that. It's just very tough.
I had to
Okay,
highlight
next.
from Irvin talking about Shartle. He's a Sharks fan who cheers for the Canucks in a hybrid form.
He doesn't. I don't think he cheers hybridly for.
I don't know. I just thought that.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Hybrid for the Canucks or hybrid for the Sharks?
Yeah, he's a Sharks fan who cheers for the Canucks in a hybrid form.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I agree with that.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious, Urban. So,
okay. Here, highlight this one, 113 by Harry from Harry.
All right, let me just quickly.
And you can answer that. If you were to get a Canucks jersey.
Oh wait, I think I actually I think I did highlight this one.
Yeah, you started.
Do I have to pick one from those three? Let me just ask Harry in the chat. Because yeah, if that is the case, if it has to be one of those three players, I'd probably get Rossi. But
I would pick Zeev.
And I'd probably get a skate one. But thinking about like jerseys, and since I have such terrible fucking luck with jerseys, Quinn Hughes, Miller, Horvat. Sure, I got a PD one too. Kuzmenko, yeah. I kind of want to get one who's signed long term, or at least a decent amount of time.
It doesn't matter because JT was signed long term and he's still up traded. So,
but my point on that is I've been kind of thinking about getting a Garland jersey, but at the same time, there's a potential he could be traded. But Rossi, I know he's probably a lock for at least the next few years. So out of those three, it would probably be Rossi for me. Even though I really want a Garland jersey.
I will only get a Garland jersey if he gets a C.
Yeah, I would definitely get one for that for sure. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. I mean that question. I think for me it would be whoever gets the next C, I'll get that jersey. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely out of those three, Marco Rossi for sure. I also kind of like that he's, number 93 now. Although it's a little odd seeing him with number 93, considering he's had 23 for so long. And who knows, maybe they'll change their numbers like next season. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah. It's kind of like my buddy, William. He got a Hoglander jersey when he was 36. And I think it was a reverse retro, and then he changed it to 21.
Yeah.
And I laugh at him because he's like, fuck, I can't wear that jersey. I'm like, why not, man? Like, you're the OG supporter of Hoglander when he had 36. Like, you should be proud to wear that. But it just looks weird. Like, people will be like, why is it 36 and not 21? It's just super odd. Then you can give them a history lesson, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kuzi jerseys are so sick. Yeah. That's still my favorite jersey. The skate.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go find it.
Although obviously I'm a little biased towards my JT Miller one. I mean, it is signed after all. So, but when it comes to no signature jerseys, which I only have the one, it's definitely my Kuzi skate jersey for sure. Japan 4, buy a blank skate, buy a blank black skate. Bit of a tongue twister there. Buy a blank, try and say that 20 times fast or 10 times fast. Buy a blank black skate and wait for Coots or McKenna. Yeah. I mean, actually, that's actually a really good idea. I wouldn't mind getting a Coots jersey. Although you might have to worry about him potentially maybe changing his number. Who knows? Look at some more. Hangia says, I wonder if Coots will take number 8 if they trade Garland. Maybe. Yeah, I could maybe see that. I mean, 80 is not that too bad of a number for Toots. Urban. I played beer league with an Aquilini. I should ask for his jersey. Japan Force says Sherwood is going to Boston by the end of the month. I could actually see that. Now, I know Boston is really eager to get a guy like Sherwood in their lineup. I hope they trade Ogren so I can get my name on that 92 jersey. Connor, just get the jersey and put your name on it instead of Ogren. Like, get a blank jersey, like what Japan 4 suggested. Get 92 and put your name on it instead. You know? So whatever.
Okay.
It's actually Francesco's nephew.
So
interesting.
So here it is.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Okay, so you saw that. And now it's to see actual jersey.
And a side.
That's why that's the authenticity, right? And if you look further down, there's the actual
sticker, yeah.
So yeah, that kind of sucks because yeah, man, like he left. And it's not like he's purring, right?
No.
So yeah.
Oh man.
So if anyone actually wants to buy it, let me know. It's yeah, there's papers, there's the laser the laser sticker and all that. So let me know. Maybe Kuzi comes back after his next yeah, but the thing is I don't want to hear Urban talking about the ex-wife again.
Clip that. Actually, funny enough, Urban just said, remember when Kuzi was a hot free agent? We didn't know if we'd get him. Yeah, I remember that.
Remember when he went to Edmonton and he ate at like Cactus Club?
Mm-hmm.
And then he came to Vancouver and he was eating at was it Blue Water? And that was the difference. Imagine if Kuzi went to Edmonton. That'd be pretty sick. But you know what? They still only have Skinner.
Mm-hmm.
And right now they have Jari, and it's still kind of messed up. Hey, that rumor, we should talk about that. About Marc-Andre Flower going to Edmonton. Bro, if Edmonton could entice him to come out of retirement and play for that, you know, the betting odds would be huge on Edmonton. Like it dropped drastically. Like if you can get in right now and bet on Edmonton and then they do that signing, bro, you make bank. Definitely make bank. At least Western Conference.
This question from Harry. I'll wait until Bedard or Celebrini plays for the Canucks to get either or Canucks jerseys then. Because I don't know if you saw this, but there was, I think, a video out there. I think when it comes to Bedard, about Bedard, you know, some kids asking him, "Hey, when are you going to play for the Canucks?" And he's like, "No." I think I was originally on the whole, you know, Bedard's going to want to come. I'm kind of leaning towards Celebrini coming instead of Bedard.
Hey, if you look at it this way, about how like Quinn and I met and we had a conversation. Mm-hmm. Think about that with Bedard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just trying to mask it, just to like, you know, he's saying no and then he ends up coming.
True, very, very true. But
I'm being an optimist right now, so
yeah. Urban says Edmonton was Joey's, not Cactus.
Okay,
Apparently.
sorry, Joey's. Same shit, same tier. I'm so sorry, Urban, because you work for Cactus. I mean no offense in any way, but it's just like the level wise, like Blue Water and Cactus or Blue Water and Joey's is, it's pricing wise, it's like,
He's 6'7" and he doesn't even. Did you see that video of Sherwood doing the whole 6'7" thing? I thought that was hilarious with the kids. I think it was at
at the meet and greet.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. And
He's
very
obviously
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell he's great with kids. Just off the bat, you can tell.
Dude, the guy has 2 dogs, man. Like any person that has dogs like that, it's quite rare that they don't deal with kids well.
Mm-hmm. Connor says the Sharks will never give up Celebrini. Very true, but once he hits free agency, that could obviously very well change. Then again, he could sign long-term in San Jose as well.
I mean, if they're doing well, there's no point in leaving San Jose, right?
Yeah, especially if they turn things around, like they kind of are.
If I was him and you have Misa coming and you have Will Smith, Askarov is playing well now, sort of. You don't give up on that. Like, especially if you're a player that just wants to win, kind of like Quinn. Like Quinn would have stayed in Vancouver if the Canucks were winning. There's no question about that. But with Celebrini, unless they, like with the Sharks, like unless they massively fuck up, it's probably unlikely that he leaves. And to be very honest, I think the only exception is probably Hamuse, that is a hometown boy. But I mean, he's from the island, right? And or maybe even Myers. Like, with exception of playing, sorry, Myers is not really hometown. It's his wife that's from Kelowna. So yeah, so he's not that. Like, Hamuse was the only exception, and that was when they had the run in 2010, 2011, right? There's a lot of pressure. Oh, there's also Willie Mitchell. But there's a lot of pressure playing in your hometown because, come on, look at Arshdeep Bains. Like, it's a split also. Like, people are like, oh, it's a great story, hometown boy from Surrey, and then he's back in Ab. I mean, Abby's closer to Surrey. Actually, it's not. Actually, I'm sorry. Totally different, like north and south. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of pressure. Unless you play very well, then it's great. But if you don't, then you're kind of screwed. Look at John Tavares. Like, John Tavares is a hometown, Toronto boy. He's getting a bit more respect right now, but this is like a long time after. Islanders still hate his ass because he said he was gonna resign, and then he goes and stabs every fan in the back and goes for Toronto, right? So it's like you're gonna have a huge target. Like, if Celebrini or Bedard leaves in free agency, even though saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay," and leave for the Canucks, that's it. Like, like people are gonna question it. But
definitely.
Look at Matthew Tkachuk. Like, I don't know in what stage or where he was born. He would have been born either in Winnipeg or St. Louis or Arizona. And he's not playing for any of those teams, right? And he's playing for Florida. So same thing with Brady. Like, he's playing in a city that he didn't grow up in or was born in. Because Keith Tkachuk played for St. Louis, played for the Jets, and then he played for Arizona. And like, yeah, those are some of the cities. And they're obviously the kids are not playing for any of those cities because of the added pressure, right? So with Celebrini and Bedard, yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I have this highlighted comment. Another hybrid form joke. 6'7" is just like a retool in the hybrid form. Makes zero sense to me. I just wanted to highlight that because it was another retool and a hybrid form joke. We were just talking about Macklin Celebrini. Obviously, the Canucks had drafted his younger brother, Aiden. I want to highlight this. I have to agree with Connor on this. I don't see a future with Aiden at all. And I think that's not in part to the Canucks. I think he doesn't want to be here. It's just based off of, him not signing and then playing what is it, college? Him deciding to play college instead of going to Abbotsford or something like that. I think Aiden does not want to be here. So I don't see him having a future at all with Vancouver Canucks.
I mean, if anything, it would be the youngest. It would be the youngest Celebrini. Mm-hmm. Dude, that kid is like money. Like, he's 15 and he's tearing it up. I think he has like 100 points already as a 15-year-old. It's just disgusting. This kid is amazing. And Bedard and him like had an interaction. He's like, you're playing very well. Like, what does your brother think about this? He's like, or I didn't even know what the questions are, but like they had an interaction recently and I saw that. It was pretty funny.
Irvin says Aiden is older.
Yeah.
I think I misspoke there. He's not younger than Macklin. He's older. But I still don't think he wants to be here. Connor says if the organization was run better, he definitely would. Yeah, probably. That might be a reason why he doesn't want to be here. And perhaps
why don't we just get new ownership?
Actually, crap. Wait, did I start that? No, I didn't. Crap. But I think I saw a comment way back saying something about like, can we get new ownership before we die? Like, how Kempner has his, at least one Stanley Cup before we die. How about new ownership before we die? And then, which will then in turn lead to a Stanley Cup before we die. But RJ Celebrini is only 13. Yeah, the youngest. Here's a good one from Duo. Question. We'll go. What do you want to do? Like 10 more minutes, and then we'll call it. We're already at over 2.5 hours.
Please.
Duo says, what was the worst Canucks draft fail in recent years? A Levy instead of Matthew. Anything worse? I mean,
you can't. So what is that? You can't do that because. Well, I mean, in a way, if they tanked, they could have got Matthews. If they didn't tank, there's no way they would have gotten Matthews. But I think he's talking about Matthew Tkachuk as opposed. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's talking about Tkachuk, not Austin Matthews. He's asking anything worse.
I would say Shotgun Jake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Virtanen.
That was a terrible. That was such a terrible
Swervin says you're Virtanen.
Because the problem is they were. And especially with like OJ at the time, like Benning, the way he was drafting was for positional needs as opposed to the best player in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Like at that time, you had like Judd Brackett, I think. Still, why wouldn't you listen to your head scout? Come on, like even now, look at it. The three players that we got from Minnesota were all drafted by Judd Brackett.
Mm-hmm.
And with Judd Brackett, with Zeev, he actually moved up one spot for a 3rd round pick the next year, just for a chance to get at Zeev, because Zeev dropped. Like he could have been a top 5, ended up at 12th, or the 11th pick was picked, and then Minnie was like, okay, we got to move up. We need to get this player, and Billy G actually listened to Judd Brackett as opposed to Jim Benning not listening to him. And then he got Zeev. If they didn't get Zeev, I don't think they would have got Quinn Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is in a circle. Everything works hand in hand. And, we should have kept Judd. And imagine if we had Judd and didn't pick Virtanen, didn't pick OJ, we'd also be in a different spot. Even if we drafted Matthew Tkachuk, you would have gotten a haul for that. So definitely would be in a different position right now. So what Servin and Irvin said was 2014 changed everything is because we have a fucking bonehead like Jim Benning. And it's at partial fault because of Trevor Linden. Because Trevor Linden hired Benning. Could have hired anyone else, but you hired Benning, got your ass fired, yourself fired, and then you just screwed the Canucks for a decade, 9 years.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like what you mentioned, Swervin saying Mini paid a 3rd round pick to Philly to move up and get William.
And I'm not even looking at the comments, so I actually know that. But thank you, Irvin.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll do a couple more. But yeah, Irvin saying not only because Virtanen failed, but it led to us not drafting Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah. I mean, there's others that we could have drafted too, like Pasternak. We could have drafted him. I think that was that same draft actually as Virtanen. We could have picked Pasternak. So I think Pasternak got drafted after.
No,
Virtanen?
Pasternak was part of the OJ. Was part of the OJ year.
Yeah, because he was drafted after OJ.
You Levy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is talking about RJ Celebrini. 48 goals, 59 assists in 40 games with North Shore Winter Club. Holy shit.
That's just down the road from you, man. It's just like down Mountain Highway.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I remember playing at North Shore Winter Club, and actually I really enjoyed playing there when I played hockey. I think I actually even used to have a picture because at North Shore Winter Club, you can take pictures like during games and stuff like that. Like a professional photographer will take a picture of like the game on ice. And there's I don't know what happened to it. It's probably somewhere in storage or something like that. But I remember getting a picture of when I was playing goalie of me like making like mid save, and it was so cool. And it has like the little North Shore Winter Club logo, and there's a frame. But yeah, that's one thing I loved about the Winter Club playing down there.
Hey, do you know who else played? Like that was an NHL player for the North Shore Winter Club. Can you name some players?
Bedard?
No.
Macklin? I would assume if RJ plays down there.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Swervin. Swervin probably knows. But 2 players. One I actually met. It's the Korea boys.
Oh.
Paul and Steve. I've met Steve a couple of times. Steve actually lives in Vancouver, but he scouts for the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he lives near Granville Island somewhere. Like Fairview area.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have said that. Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Fuck.
I completely forgot about the Korea boys. Yeah. That's a good one. But yeah, like I said, I absolutely loved playing at the Winter Club, even though I was, on the West Van team. And there was obviously a big rivalry between North Van and West Van when it came to minor hockey. I mean,
why were you playing for West Van?
Well, because I was living in West Van at the time.
Oh, okay.
So, nothing against North Vancouver or anything like that. I was just living in West Vancouver at the time, and that's the team that I played for. And we were the West Van Thunder.
So what made you move to North Van then?
I think it was probably my dad.
Okay.
But
that's why you have shitty internet now.
Yeah, because I live on the side of a mountain, as like I mentioned before.
Dude, Connor was busted on your ass on Russell's stream. like so bad. He's
right?
like, what happened? Yeah, what happened to Tyler? Like
Oh,
Servin was asking, he's like, oh, he tried to come on the stream or watch the stream, and he's like, what happened to Tyler? And then Connor goes, yeah, he's at the side of a mountain, so he has no Wi-Fi.
I'm not sure if the West Van team is still called the Thunder or not, but that's what it was called back when my days of playing. Although I think one of the seasons we played, the name, like, yes, the generalized name was West Van Thunder, but we actually had an actual team name, and I think it was Icebreakers at one point. And it was
That
just
sounds familiar.
It was just what it was. I think it was one of the kids just randomly just thought of the name, and they ended up going with it. So
You know, when I was in high school, I hated playing. So I played basketball, and I hated going over to West End, like Sentinel. We played against Rock Ridge. I fucking hated Rock Ridge because it's a bunch of fucking bougie fuckers, like these kids that have all this money, and they like we played at their school, and then they came to play at our school. Fucking gave us shit like, oh, what kind of like gym is this? And then fuck you, man. Like it's just.
All right, everyone, let's talk about drinking and driving, a decision that will change your whole world. Things will never be the same once you get a DUI because legal fees, time in court are just the beginning. Getting into a crash is another way your world could be irreversibly changed after drinking and driving. Your vehicle may not be the only thing that gets damaged in that crash. You could face a life-altering injury or even death. But you're not the only one who could face those consequences. Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. The next time you're out drinking, call a rideshare, a taxi, a sober friend, or a designated sober driver. Always plan for a safe ride home. The only decision that will change your world for the better is the decision to call for a sober ride. It's never worth it to drive drunk. Don't risk it. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Pacifico is a Mexican lager brewed to be discovered. It's like fresh tracks on a powder day. Like that uncharted trail a stone's throw away. Like the perfect wave on a sunny day. Pacifico. Find your own way. 21 plus. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
With cold weather around the corner, go for a jacket that feels like you're wearing a hug. Columbia Sportswear's new Amaze Puff protects you from the elements and feels, well, amazingly warm, cozy, and comfortable. You know Columbia makes tough winter layers, but the Amaze Puff jacket is definitely for the girls. Built to be soft and warm while also looking great with tons of colors and lengths to match any mood or look. Visit Columbia.com to get your hands on an Amaze Puff jacket. It's tough on cold, soft on you.
The Lowe's Closeout event means the final savings of the season are here. It's your last chance to get deals on seasonal decor, tools, flooring, and so much more. Refresh your home, check off your project list, or simply stock up on the brands you trust. Shop now to grab amazing deals before they're gone. Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 1/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
It's like I hate these fucking bougie West End people.
I love it. I mean, now that you mentioned that, yeah, I hated playing in Squamish when I played hockey. Just because, the hassle of going all the way up there. And
Dude, no, like mine was even worse. Like we had to go up to Pemberton. Like it was the longest ride on this yellow school bus just to go to Pemberton. Bro, it was like the worst. And when you get up there, like the gyms are just like it's just bad. And it was in the winter. Like we played on a floor that was like frozen. Like it was that bad. It was I don't know about now, but back then it was terrible. That was my worst.
I want to highlight this from Urban. I think I'm not sure if he's referencing both of us or just me. He said, get some gear and start playing hockey again. Dude, gear's expensive, especially when you're a goalie. And I can barely afford a decent internet with doing this. I can get hockey gear as much as I would love to. Yeah, that shit ain't cheap, especially for
No, but
and
I gotta give some props to Irvin because Irvin actually didn't start playing ice hockey until he was an adult. So like it's not like he played as a kid. He started I think it was because of the Canucks like cup run. He started getting really into hockey, and then as an adult, he's just like, why don't I play hockey? And then that's how he started. And if you guys are interested, I mean, I'm gonna go to Irvin's game, one of Irvin's games next year, just to support him. And and he says if I come, he'll try to score a goal, or maybe I'm just making that up. But if you guys want to go and support Irvin, let us know. We'll get that sorted out. Is he still in the chat? Is he still here?
Yeah, Irvin's still in the
Okay.
chat. Duolingo asked, "How's Coots doing? Missed both games, I guess, referencing the World Juniors. He's barely playing, barely gets any ice time.
9 minutes, man.
9 minutes for that first game. I'm not sure about the second game, what his ice time was, but yeah, that first game he only played 9 minutes and he was playing like fourth line.
Yeah. It's really rough. So that's what I was saying earlier. It was just like if you can get Michael Hage, it's like a top line World Junior and a Coots. Like everyone's like hype on Coots because he played NHL like what is it, 6 games? He didn't even get to the 9 game spot. Imagine if you can trade PD for Michael Hage, bro, do it. Run.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I think we'll call it there. It's almost at 3 hours. I know, way over what we were planning on doing, but sometimes it just happens when you go on several rants like you did throughout the show. But hey, like I told you before, it's just giving me watch hours, so that's why.
For sure.
I don't mind it at all. And like I told you earlier, I'm already at like almost halfway to my watch hour goal. So
like
once more.
Yeah, like I usually say, like, I mean, if you guys are subscribed to Tyler and the line change, whenever his posts come out, come check it out. And even if you're not watching, then just click on it and you can walk away. I'm sorry to say this, but all he needs is the watch hours, and hopefully we can get better content up and running after that, and a bit more perks, memberships, stuff like that. And just support if you can. One last thing, we have a few more minutes. Whoever's still in the chat, can you tell me what you think of this? Do I look like a pedophile? Seriously, like,
I mean, hey, you don't look as bad as Austin Matthews does. I will say that. And that's a compliment, because I think he's the one who looks like the pedo with his facial hair.
Well, his name is Poppy, so.
Clip that. Got hopefully some big things lined up for 2026. I'm going to try and get Harmon Dial on the podcast. I know you already spoke to him.
Yeah.
Some others as well. I don't know if you guys noticed the new intro at the start. I worked on that over the holidays or over the last few days. Hoping to bring on some other guests as well in the new year. So got some big things planned for 2026. All permitting my internet, keeps up or is able to handle it. But lots of stuff going into the new year for sure. So once again, thank you guys for watching this Unleashed After Dark post-game show, where we kind of feels like it was so long ago that we actually talked about a game.
It's been a while. I think I don't even remember the last game that we did for post-game. I think it was just with Trev. Beggs, right? And that was
that was a week ago. But no, we talked about the game in the first hour of this, almost 2 hours ago, and then the rest is just ramble. But it's good. It's good.
I mean, I talked with Beggs too, and he had fun. So hopefully in the future we can do another thing. And as Tyler was saying, at the Canucks Army watch party, I reached out to Harman Dial, also part of Canucks Army, Canucks Conversation, The Athletic, and he's down for that. Talked to Quads, David Quadrilli. He's up for doing something in the new year. Also talked to Matt Sakaris of Sakaris and Price. So there's a lot coming in the new year. To the point, maybe at some point I might branch out and do something too. And if Tyler's not on, I'll probably be on. If I'm on, then Tyler will be on, kind of deal. So look for 2026, and thank you for the support, and hopefully the Canucks do the right thing in the new year.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw, Doodle had a little Christmas video come out the other day. A few of us content creators, sent in a message for it. And of course, mine was the only one that lagged because of my shit internet. And I did that through StreamYard too. I feel actually kind of bad how bad it turned out, considering everyone else's was perfectly fine. But if you guys haven't checked that video out on Doodle Hockey, it was really cool. You had guys like Thomas Drance on it, Dave Hall, who I'm also looking to try and bring back onto the show. I want to talk Caleb Malholtzer with him, so be on the lookout for that. I want to bring that up with him because he is the prospects guy, and I want to get his input on what he thinks about Caleb and the Canucks drafting him.
I'm actually very interested in hearing what David Hall has to say, because I've actually, during the watch party, I talked about Caleb Malholtzer with some of the media or the content creators, and it's been interesting hearing what they say, because they're not as high on him. It's there's just some things in his game that are not proven yet. So, I mean, as much as I was probably one of the first ones that were saying that I was high on him, and then you looked into his stats and all that. Yeah. There's also underlying stuff that we have to consider before, or I'm sure the Canucks have to do their due diligence also, not just because Manny is part of the staff. They got to trade, or they got to sign their son. It's not like Adam Foote is the head coach. That's why they got to go after Cal Foote.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that said, Carter Hart's been doing pretty well in Vegas. So.
Yeah, no, we got, definitely want to get Dave Hall on again for sure. Been thinking about that actually the last few days. But yeah, case in point, lots of exciting stuff for the line change coming up in 2026. Once again, thank you guys for coming in, and I'm going to quickly do a second sponsor read, this one for Gassy Jack Art, just quickly, and then we'll sign off from there. So I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of that artwork you see behind my shoulder all the time, as well. If you watch Clay's streams, you can see it on display for him as well, and you can also see it right here. Check him out at GassyJackArt.com. If you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed this Unleashed After Dark post-game show, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to stay up to date on all your Canucks content, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video. You can find and interact with us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. We're everywhere. Feel free to give us a follow on all of our social media platforms. You can join the discussion on our Discord. Link is in the description. It's completely free to join. Also, if you prefer an audio version of this podcast, kind of like Duolingo, you can feel free to find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Feel free to give us a follow on Spotify, as well as rate and review. And also download the episode, which really helps out the channel. Go ahead and do that. Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Find the Line Change Podcast. And that's going to do it for this post-game show. I'm Tyler. He's Gerald.
Gerald, what's up? Sorry. We just gotta we gotta talk about why we're laughing. It's just Swerve Irvin is like throwing out his takes and stuff. So we're just talking about Carter Hart, and he makes a comment. I don't know if you want to show that, but
Carter Hart is doing great. Just keep him out of the hotel rooms.
So yeah, Swerve Irvin still at the end of the stream is trying to bring some laughter to the stream.
Laughter and positivity. Well,
love it.
Positivity, depending on who you ask.
Exactly.
So Rikishi Fatu, do the right thing. I did it for the people. I did it.
Yes. we did it for all of you.
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. If you guys know wrestling, you'll know that reference. Anyway, we were supposed to be ending it. I'm Tyler. He's Gerald.
I'm Gerald. Thanks for having me. Thanks for staying for me, guys, even though I was a bit late. But keep supporting Tyler. Click those videos. Give him some watch hours. And hopefully more surprises will come. But I think this wraps it up for...
More downloads, too.
Yeah, more downloads. So this kind of wraps it up for our post-game After Dark Unleashed. And we'll see you. Yeah. And we'll see you when? When are we going to see us again? Seattle or in the new year?
Either Seattle or the new year, but I will be sure to let you guys know in the community tab on YouTube. I'll let you guys know for sure. So keep on the lookout for that, or on our socials.
When is the Seattle game? Is it Sunday? No, wait. Today's Saturday, so Monday, right?
Let me quickly look.
I think they're all gone. There's no more messages, so that's good.
Kraken is Friday, January 2nd.
No, before that.
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay, so it is Sunday. Okay.
Sunday. So yeah, well, I'd be able to do. Well, I guess technically.
Tonight.
Isn't that technically tonight? Yeah, I could do tonight. Sure.
The game's at 7:30. What time's that at?
7.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Because I got a dinner tomorrow. But we'll keep in touch if so, maybe Sunday night. I can't remember if Clay's doing a stream, but if he's not, then we'll take maybe the 11.
He might be doing a Clay M, and then
he's doing the Clay M for sure, which is in T minus, what is it, like
8 hours?
7 hours? 7 hours. So yeah, we'll discuss that, and just look out, subscribe, hit that bell, then you'll get the notification when we get on, and we'll see you then, or he will see you then if I'm not available.
Yeah, Irvin says there's a regular show at 11 for Clay. He believes.
So if that's the case, do you want to do 12? Do you have to work the next day?
I do.
Early or late?
Yeah, he says I think there's a regular show at 11, and I might have to do it early because I do have to work early the next morning.
Okay, then we'll do it. We'll try to do it before Clay. So maybe
Irvin just says,
yeah,
fucking
guy.
Irvin says there's a regular show at 11. I think in a hybrid form.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do it at 10. So yeah, about half an hour after game time, and then everyone can head over to Clay.
Yeah, we'll go like 1 hour.
Yeah, even better because at least that shortens everything. So we'll see you tomorrow, or we'll see you tonight. And thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. I'm Gerald.
I'm Tyler.
And this is
the Line Change Podcast.
See you next time.
Hey, the puck. Ryan Johnson just gets it out. And he stuck the puck back in. Campoli trying to clear it. Burrow shoots, scores!
Pacifico is a Mexican lager brewed to be discovered. It's like fresh tracks on a powder day. Like that uncharted trail a stone's throw away. Like the perfect wave on a sunny day. Pacifico. Find your own way. 21 plus. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This is a real good story about Bronx and his dad, Ryan. Real United Airlines customers.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age.
That's Andrew, a real United pilot.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
It felt like I was the captain.
Allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
That's how good leads the way.
So good, so good, so good. Get ready, because Clear the Rack is on at your Nordstrom Rack store. Now through Thursday, January 1st, find incredible deals on Wear Now styles on sale for even less at Nordstrom Rack. Take an extra 25% off red tag clearance throughout the store from brands like Rag & Bone, Madewell, Adidas, and more. All sales final. The best stuff goes fast, so shop this sale at Nordstrom Rack today. Please see NordstromRack.com or ask a store associate for details.
Hi, I'm Andy Staples from Andy and Ari on 3, and another five-star quarterback just entered the transfer portal. That's what college football is now, a nonstop adventure, and we cover it every day at Andy and Ari on 3, whether it's the transfer portal, the college football playoff, the coaching carousel, you name it, and guess what? It doesn't stop even when the season ends. So join us every day, Monday through Friday. New episodes drop at 3 p.m. wherever you get your podcasts.
AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.